Sit. I'm gonna head over there.
Jacob. Oh my gosh, Kyle. Where are your feet? Jacob.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we bring you the best products in agriculture through the Max Yield system, placing the right products on every field of your farm. Use Axis Seed, BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio to enhance your crop's resilience and productivity today. Trust Red Barn Enterprises for all your crop needs and join us in cheering on the Beavers.
great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
At Axis Seed Red Barn, we're committed to dialing in the data for your farming success. Our corn hybrids offer exceptional drought tolerance and impressive ear flex, ensuring a profitable harvest. Proudly local, yet backed by a national brand, we deliver top-tier seeds with a personal touch. And as always, we're here to support our community, cheering on the Beavers. Axis Seed, where data meets dedication.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
We believe investing in our community is how we make a lasting impact. It's about more than just providing wireless services. We believe in rolling up our sleeves and working side by side with local organizations. Whether you're sharing cherished moments, staying updated on trends, or exploring your surroundings, we're there to keep you connected. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Coming in here tonight as they last Friday night they went on the road to Goodland and lost to the Cowgirls 53-28. On the boys' side, it should be a pretty good game tonight between Scott City and Ulysses. The Beavers ranked number 8 now in 3A as they're 6-1 on the year, 2-1 in the league after they picked up a victory over the Cimarron Blue Jays on the road 53-28 last Tuesday night in a game where they led pretty much the entire way and pulled away there in that second half as they'll be taking on the Ulysses Tigers, who come in with a record of 3-5 on the year. Their wins against Burlington, Cimarron, and Southwestern Heights. They're trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. They're 1-3 in league competition. The lone win against Cimarron in league play as they lost on Friday night to Goodland on the road, 62-47. Goodland was playing without Lincoln Keir for a second straight game. He was in that Navy All-Star football game last Saturday, so Cowboys did not have him, but Ulysses fought him pretty tough, and they're a pretty scrappy team. We should have a good doubleheader here tonight between the two teams as the girls are warming up here, getting ready for tonight's doubleheader here between Scott City and Ulysses. When we return here in 3 minutes, we're going to have our pregame interview here with head coach Justin Furrow. We'll do that in 3 minutes. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we're bringing you BW Fusion products to help your crops stress less and yield more. Discover the benefits of Amino, Relax RX, Full Sun, and BioBoost, each designed to enhance plant health and maximize yield. Proudly supporting Scott County Athletics, Red Barn Enterprises is your partner for a more resilient and productive future. Choose BW Fusion from Red Barn Enterprises today.
BBN is brought to you by Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, Norder Supply Incorporated, Ag Management Services, Vogelmore Family Farms, White's Food Liner, Scott Community Foundation.
Welcome back to the Scott Community Event Center. Adam Cadavy with you on Mix 94.5. Your pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with you and Boda Benz in Scott City and Leota. I'm joined here with Coach Justin Fro here in the pregame. And Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. Week off for you guys after a 59-50 road victory at Cimarron against the Blue Jays last Tuesday night in a game where you led most of the night. But things got a little interesting after you built a big lead there in the fourth quarter. But your girls team really, it was a good step forward. Collected themselves, stayed poised, and ended up building that lead bigger at the end. But overall, a good way to start 2025.
Yeah, I think it was a good step forward for us, get a win to start the year, and like you talked about, just showing ourselves that we were able to close out a game and put the confidence in us to do so moving forward. But pleased with the efforts that we had, and it was nice to have a little break off to clean up on some things and get ready to go for tonight.
And you had the balance there, and it really started with the boards there. We had 3 players with 12 points. That's huge going forward there with, Megan getting a lot of second chance opportunities there. Avery doing a good job. She had quite a few rebounds as well, but just being able to kind of hit the glass pretty hard, I think that was really beneficial to you guys' win.
I think that was beneficial to our win, not allowing them to get so many offensive rebounds, and then also us on the other end being able to get the offensive rebounds and get easy putbacks to help us build that lead, and then allowing for our guards to also kind of get more open looks based on the fact that we were getting a lot of open looks down low too, so they had to pack the tank a little bit, and then we had some more kick-out threes, which we were able to knock down a few of them, so that was nice to see. But all around, just with a little bit bigger lineup in there, it was nice to see that we could control the boards a little better.
Was it kind of tough, though, to have a week off after, having that time off and then having just one game and then having a week off and then get back going again this week?
Yeah, definitely is tough, and especially, going through practice stuff and knowing that there's not a game at the end of the week and trying to keep everyone focused on the same page. But I feel like we did a pretty good job of staying focused and getting done what we need to get done this week, and still taking steps forward. But I think I'd rather probably be playing on that Friday just to get more game experience and more confidence in these girls. But it is what it is, and hopefully we're in good shape for tonight.
Once again, it is Coach Justin Fro joining me here pregame tonight. Scott City taking on the Ulysses Tigers here at home, and I know Ulysses has struggled this year. They have one win, and that came in their last game of the topside tip-off over in Goodland, but this is a team they don't have the height like they did last year. They make up with it with how scrappy they are.
Absolutely. They always play hard, and they always fight in every single game that they played. They played some tough ones, and they had a close one with Cimarron that, Cimarron pulled out, but it's just like any other GWAC opponent. They will probably know what we're going to do, and same for them, but they're going to battle hard all night. They're going to be in your face. They're going to be very scrappy, and if we can't control the pressure, that might be a long night for us. So really got to come out and control the pressure early and take it to them early and sort of dominance down low and control the boards like we did against Cimarron, and then give ourselves some easy looks to start off the game and get everyone into the game and into a little bit of a flow there so we can get off and running, and then, build on that. Not only just get off to a good start, but finish the game. We want to see, we're still looking for our first complete game. That'd be nice to see that tonight.
The big thing is also for you guys, can't really overlook Ulysses. Last year got a little bit scary there. You guys had to rally to win at Ulysses, so that has to be nice in general of a friendly reminder of a team like Ulysses you can't overlook.
It might be nice to pull up that film and just walk through it today to be like, hey, listen, same situation here as last year. Don't overlook them, and if you allow them to hang around, things are going to get pretty interesting and maybe even ugly at the end of the game. So it'd be a great time to go ahead and show that we can take it to them and put our foot on the pedal and keep it down the entire game and finish out with a nice victory.
Scott City and Ulysses here tonight. Scott City with a home game for the first time in 28 days. Coach Justin Froh here joining me here pregame. Thanks again for the time, Coach, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Lady Beaver Coach Justin Froh. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz and Scott City and Leota. More to come on your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup. Also bringing starters, keys to the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
We're back here momentarily here. It's, we apologize for some. We owe you a station ID here. We're here once again on KSKL Scott City and WesternKansasNews.com, and also on the Beaver Broadcasting Network. So we're just right at the top of the hour. We're about 9 minutes away here from the announcement of starters, keys to the game, and the opening tip here. So bear with us here. We'll take another timeout, and we will come back with a breakdown of this matchup some more here. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
BBN is brought to you by Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, Norder Supply Incorporated, Ag Management Services, Bogomore Family Farms, White's Food Liner, Scott Community Foundation. BBN is brought to you by Lone Tree Farms, J&R, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, S&T, Scott County Hospital, Scott Co-op, Security State Bank.
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same. We promise that we'll continue working right beside you. We appreciate all that you do for our country and our communities. From all of us at American Implement, thank you, and may God bless the American farmer and rancher.
Western State Bank, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center, LLC, Spray Foamit, LLC,
Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services,
or Ulysses in the mouth and really never looked back. And then the following Friday at Goodland against a team that just has a lot of length. One thing Ulysses doesn't have a lot of this year is height. Their tallest girls are 5'7", so it's a very small team. Scott City has that advantage, but they lost to Huguenin 67-26 on the road last Tuesday, and then at Goodland 53-28 on the Friday night. So this is a kind of a team that's been a road warrior team this year. They will be at home on Friday night against the Holcomb Longhorns, and then they'll open up orange and black play next Thursday against an orange and black school and Beloit Trojans, who have a pretty good ball club this year on the girls' side there in Beloit, and that be interesting to see as well because they're in the same, I guess, the sub-state as Scott City, so in that group of 16. Also, on the other side there, Scott City really did good. Did some good things against the Cimarron Lady Blue Jays in their 59-50 win last Tuesday night. They had to play a little adversity in that fourth quarter after they saw an 18-point lead in the second half dwindle down immediately to 4 points there, but about 3.5 to go. But Scott City hit a big three, kind of pushed the lead up and built it back up to double digits and really never were threatened after that. So that was a good sight to see there for the Lady Beavers. Got a little balance from around the perimeter and underneath. Megan Trout had 12 points and 8 boards. Avery Lewis had the season high 12 points and 7 rebounds. It was good to see her kind of get out of a little bit of a shooting funk. And then also Chris Irvin had a new career high 12 points for Scott City in that victory. That was 36 of the 59 points there from those three. But, of course, they readjusted the lineup a little bit, starting Piper Fox for the first time this year. And that seemed to pay dividends, and also, bringing McKenzie off the bench, who had a pretty good night off the bench as well for Scott City in the win over the Cimarron Lady Blue Jays. Scott City averaging around 51 points a game this year, and they have shot the ball better in recent games and rebounded pretty well. They had 30 rebounds against Cimarron and really did a good job of owning the glass on a lot of second chance opportunities for the Lady Beavers last Tuesday night at Cimarron in their victory. As, of course, Sterling Invitational brackets came out yesterday, and Scott City will be headed there. It's Tuesday, Thursday, Friday guaranteed this year, so there'll be 4 games a day all 3 days. The girls, once again, will be playing in the high school, and then the boys for the first 2 days will be playing in the college. And then, of course, on Friday, if you're in the top 4, if you make it to the championship side after day 1, you'll be playing over at the college on Friday. So looking forward to that. Lady Beavers and the Scott City boys will both be playing Hutchinson Trinity in the opening day of that tournament next week. The girls will play at around 3 o'clock on Tuesday against Hutchinson Trinity. They played them one time. That was, I believe, maybe the first year or second year Scott City had been in that tournament. And then the boys will also play Hutchinson Trinity. They have not played them before. That'll be the 4:30 game. Scott City boys are the number 1 seed, and the Scott City girls are the number 3 seed. On the girls, Southeast of Saline, number 1. Huguet and Scott City both had 3 and 4 records to send into seeding. Huguet got the 2 seed. Scott City got the 3. Kingman the 4th, Lions the 5th, Hutchinson Trinity the 6th, Smoky Valley the 7th, and Sterling was the number 8 seed. On the boys' side, Scott City got the overall number 1 seed. Sterling was 2nd. Lions and Hugueton both had identical records. Lions was number 3. Hugueton was number 4. The reason Lions and Hugueton are at the spots they didn't have to do a coin flip. They wanted to avoid league schools playing in each other in the first round. Southeast of Saline is the number 5 seed, so Lions, who had the better record than Southeast of Saline, ended up getting the 3 seed. Lions and Southeast of Saline, by the way, both are now league members. They're both in the North Central Activities Association. Kingman's the number 6, Smoky Valley the number 7, and Hutchinson Trinity the number 8 seed in that Sterling Invitation. Once again, next Tuesday, 3 o'clock and 4:30 for Scott City. So we'll have to do the dash in between games from the grade school or from the high school to the college. Have to do that a couple of times next week. So with that being said, we're going to step aside for another timeout here. And when we do come back, we're going to bring you your starting lineups, keys to the game, and the opening tips. So welcome back. We'll bring you back here in a couple of minutes. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
The administration of Kansas City High School Activities Association asks that you enjoy the game. Your job as a fan is to watch and cheer. Please remember, good sportsmanship allows the coaches to coach, the officials to officiate, and the players to play. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and pay honor to America and her troops at home and abroad as SCHS Select Group Encore, under the direction of Mr. Chris Hubbard, sings our national anthem.
Inside the Scott Community Event Center. It's been a while since we've been back in here. First time in 28 days. Adam Gadavy with you here from Scott City here tonight. The Beavers and the Tigers set to do battle here. Let's get your starting lineups once again presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. For the Ulysses Lady Tigers, Audrey Marshall is in her third season as the head coach, assisted by Miracle Marshall, her husband, and also Amanda Langley. It is Isabella Alvarado, a 5'6" sophomore. And actually, they're starting a different lineup here tonight. It's going to be Devani Vitola. She is a 5'5" sophomore, averages 1.6 points and 1.1 rebound per game. It is Isabella Alvarado. She is a 5'6" sophomore. She averages around 5.6 points. Clarissa Sianiqui, she is a 5'5" senior at 9.7 points and 2.4 rebounds a game. Also, it'll be Corley McCormick at around 5'7" sophomore, averages 1.6 points and 1.4 points. Piper Schultz, she is a 5'6" sophomore at 7 points and 3 rebounds a game. So Devani Vitola Schultz and Corley McCormick. For the Scott City Lady Beavers, they are coached by Justin Froh in his first season, assisted by Trisha Good, Matt Fox. It's the same lineup for a second straight game. Kendall Gentry, the 5'5" senior, at 5.6 points, 3 rebounds a game. Also tonight, it'll be Piper Fox, the 5'11" junior, at around 8 points and 4 boards a game. Chris Irvin, a 5'5" junior, at 6.7 points, 2.7 boards. Avery Lewis, a 5'9" senior, 6.6 points, 3.3 boards, and Megan Trout, the 5'10" senior, 9.6 points, 5 boards a game. Kendall Gentry, Piper Fox, Chris Irvin, Avery Lewis, and Megan Trout. Those are your starting lineups. On your keys to the game, once again presented here by State Farm agent Michael Trout, where you go to the proven winner. Keys to the game tonight here for Scott City. I think the first key here for the Beavers here is going to be just working it inside. Second key is going to be defending the perimeter. Ulysses will love to shoot it from way downtown. Those are your keys to the game tonight. Presented here by State Farm agent Michael Trout. The Lady Beavers in their home white uniforms with the navy blue numbers and letters and lighter blue trim. As they win the tap and run away, Ulysses wearing the road black uniforms with the white numbers and letters and orange trim. Kendall Gentry will drive low into Megan Trout. Too far ahead of her. Saves into play to Chris Irvin. Now back to Trout, left baseline. Plenty of time to shoot it. We're 20 seconds in. Shot clock in operation here tonight in Scott City. Still no score. Here's Avery Lewis. Cut off on the left baseline, out high to Trout with 15 to shoot. Trout trying to get it to Piper Fox. The left block drives in, loses her footing, and she's going to travel with it. And that'll be Scott City's first turnover of the game. The Lady Beavers average 16 turnovers a game. They had good ball movement, but travel early on here, and it's going to be the first trip down for the Lady Tigers with the basketball. They'll bring it across the 10-second line with Alvarado, and now to Devani Vitolis. Vitolis now here's Sianiqui, guarded by Avery Lewis. Scott City opening up in a man-to-man defense. Left corner it goes, launching a three is Piper Schultz, too strong. The backside board to Chris Irvin for Scott City. So one and done for the Lady Tigers here early on. Scott City in transition, no score. We've played about a minute. Driving in, here's Avery Lewis. Nice dish to Trout. He'll go up and score it on the right side. Megan Trout puts Scott City on the board here with 6:58 to go first quarter at 2-0. Jump stop, and that's going to be a travel, says the official. Odd high. Turnover number one on the Lady Tigers. Scott City up 2-0. 6:51 to go first period of play. These two played a year ago to a tight one in Ulysses. A 34-32 Lady Beaver advantage. It's Avery Lewis taking the left sideline. Sianiqui bumps her. Not enough contact for a foul, says the official on high. And now to Avery Lewis. Lewis driving on Sianiqui, cut off on the left baseline out of Piper Fox. Up top to Kendall Gentry, catches it. Ulysses in a man defense right side through the hands of Irvin. And Scott City with two turnovers in their first three possessions here with 6:30 to go first quarter, still scoreless. Ulysses is a team that also has a lot of turnovers per contest. They average around 28 turnovers a game. Up top with it is Alvarado. Bounce pass through traffic, stolen away. Second turnover in three possessions for the Lady Tigers as well. And then we get a whistle and a foul on the run out. And that'll be the first foul of the ball game. That'll be on Clarissa Sianiqui, the 5'5 senior, her first. Sianiqui, who's is qualified for state tennis 2 years in a row. She'll check out, as in for her will be Isabella Sanchez. She is a 5'6 sophomore who averages 3 points a game. 6:18 to go, new shot clock. First quarter, 2-0 Scott City. They try to get in the trap. Good defense by Schultz. And they're going to say last touch, though, by the sophomore Schultz. This is a very young Ulysses team. They do start just one senior and four sophomores here tonight. They'll bring a sophomore off the bench as well. They'll bring a junior off the bench. This is a pretty young team into Trout, who's immediately triple team, but then draws contact. And that'll be team foul number 2 on Ulysses. Scott City heads to the line. That'll be on Corley McCormick, her first. Trout at the line, struggled last week, just 0 of 3 at Cimarron. She's a 48% free throw shooter, but the home goal is good to her, 3-0. 6:08 to go first quarter as team Scott City, 61%. Second charity toss. That one's short. Rebound, Avery Lewis rips it away and then pulls it out. So Scott City with a couple boards here early going. Now Kendall Gentry bounce passes it. Lewis at the right wing up top to Gentry. Ball fake. She'll launch one from way downtown. Leaves it short. Rebound, Piper Fox back to Gentry up top. She'll drive in, goes right corner. Lewis will try the right baseline three and knocks it down. Lewis with the three, and Scott City with a 4-point trip there. 6-0, 5:45 to go first quarter. Scott City's Lewis with her fourth three of the season. And the layup on the other end, no, for Sanchez. And they'll say Lewis was on the baseline after she got the board and dribbled it out. It'll still stay on the side of Ulysses. 5:32 to go here in the opening period. It's a lead here of 6-0, and then shot attempt blocked by Trout. Putting that up was McCormick. It goes out of bounds, last touched by Trout. 32 to shoot, so plenty of time for the Lady Tigers. Down 6 here early on. They're 0 of 3 from the floor. Scott City 2 of 3. That one deflected out of bounds, and another second comes off the clock. So Ulysses will inbound it. I don't know if they realize where they're going to inbound it here. I think the girl, she steps out to inbound it. Does Alvarado, the sophomore, bounces it in to McCormick. Now they work it up top here to Alvarado. High yo-yo dribble, almost carries it. She drives to the mid-post right. Now up top, here's Vitolas for three, off the heel. Piper Fox collects the board for Scott City, grabs her first rebound of the night. Here comes Scott City with it, up 6-0, 5:10 to go. Gentry, wraparound pass, left wing three, yes for Avery Lewis. The two have connected on the assist to a three-point shot, 9-0 at the 5-minute mark, and Ulysses wants a 30-second timeout. With 5:01 to go first quarter, a 9-0 Lady Beaver lead. As Scott City shooting the ball well early on, 3 of 4 here in this first period. Basketball tonight presented here by Winterland Farms, Wilkins Physical Therapy, White's Food Liner, Wheatland Electric, Western State Bank, Western Kansas Insurance, Vogelmore Family Farms, Turner Sheet Metal, Trophy Wine and Spirits, the Solvay Foundation, Stevens Veterinary Services, State Farm Insurance, also Spencer Pest Control and Specialty Risk Insurance Agency. Lady Beavers are 3 of 4 here in this first quarter from the floor, including 2 threes from Avery Lewis, who had just 3 coming into tonight. She now has 5 on the year, and Scott City has opened up a 9-0 lead against the Lady Tigers. 5:01 to go first quarter out of the Ulysses 30-second break. The Tigers will inbound it. Scott City will pick him up as Mackenzie Metzger enters for the first time. 5'6 senior. Also in is Kaylee Felker, the 5'6 junior. And drawing a foul out high is going to be Metzger. As that time Alvarado blew right by her. That's her first foul. That's Scott City's first foul of the period with 4:53 to go in the first frame. As Ulysses did run a line play right in front of the Scott City bench and bounds it out high. With it there is Isabel Sanchez, and ball deflected out. 4:49 to go first frame. Alvarado, the sophomore, to trigger it in, goes out high to Isabel Sanchez, guarded by Kendall Gentry. Crosses over, dribble, drives to the right side. She'll take it all the way to the rack, and she'll put Ulysses on the board. 9-2 with 4:38 to go first quarter, so Ulysses goes about 3.5 minutes scoreless, and now Mackenzie Metzger, right wing, pulls up for a 17-footer, a little strong, but the backside board for Avery Lewis. Scott City with their third offensive board of the quarter, and now they throw it away. That's their third turnover. Here comes Ulysses back the other way, down 9-2 as we near the midway mark of this first quarter. So Lewis with a couple boards. That shot well short for Sanchez. Underneath with it, his track collects her first board of the night. Scott City is out-rebounded Ulysses 6-0 here in the first 4 minutes. Into Kaylee Felker, right block. Can't get the shot to go, but right there is Lewis and one on the backside board, and another offensive board for Scott City. Lewis with 8, and it's now 11-2 with 3:59 to go first quarter. That foul's charged to Corley McCormick. That is her second, the team's third. As in for the first time is Naomi Romero, a 5'7 senior. She will replace McCormick, who picked up her second foul. Romero, a senior, one of the 3 seniors listed on their team, and Lewis can't get the free throw, as Katie Weathers is also in for the first time. She's a 5'8 sophomore, and Ulysses grabs her first board. The 3:52 to go first quarter. Scott City with a 9-point lead. Ulysses with the ball. Sanchez up top, guarded by Kendall Gentry. Scott City has been solely man-to-man here in this first quarter. Left side it goes to Isabella Alvarado up top now to Piper Schultz, goes right, and she is in for the first time, or she remains in there, and then Ulysses goes out of bounds. That'll be their third turnover. Peyton Gentry enters for the first time, so Scott City has subbed in 4 here in this first quarter as Avery Lewis will rest. They have an 11-2 lead here. 3.5 to go in the opening period. Gentry goes right with a bounce pass to Kaylee Felker, holds it. Ulysses is man-to-man as well. Up top, here's Peyton Gentry. Foul line and stripped and stolen away. That'll be turnover number 4 on Scott City. If there's one negative for the Lady Beavers, it's the 4 turnovers here in this first quarter with 3:15 to go, and that'll be a carrying violation on Isabel Sanchez. And Ulysses also with 4 turnovers now. The Lady Beavers haven't shown the rust here that they might have had with being a week off. 3:08 to go first quarter. Kaylee Felker, and there's going to be a tie-up, and Scott City's going to turn it over for the 5th time. A low pass trying to get it around the Lady Tiger defender, and good defensive play by Ulysses, forcing Scott City into their 5th turnover with 3:06 to go first stanza. 11-2 Scott City lead. Ulysses with the basketball. Lady Tigers 1 of 7 from the floor. Scott City 4 out of their first 7. And they're 1 of 3 from the line in the first period. Now ball loose, but picked up here. Here's Vitolas driving in right corner. Here's a 3 for Piper Schultz, and she knocks it down. She's a 28% three-point shooter, 11-5 with 2:45 to go here in the first quarter. The Lady Tigers still hanging around here in this first period. Kaylee Felker up top right to Mackenzie Metzger. Metzger bounce pass up top to Kendall Gentry. One dribble goes left to Peyton Gentry. Now Mackenzie Metzger up top to Kaylee Felker. Bounce pass now right side to Kaylee Weathers. Goes to her left, and she was hooked. That's a foul before the shot. That's a final foul to give in the first quarter for Ulysses. That'll be on Naomi Romero. That'll be her first. And the new 35 as Chris Irvin re-enters. And Kendall Gentry exits. So just one starter right now on the floor for Scott City here with 2:27 to work first period and 11-5 Scott City lead. Peyton Gentry to inbound it. We'll get it into Kaylee Felker at the elbow right now. Katie Weathers drives left side. Her pull-up jumper short. Rebound loose and ripped away by Kaylee Felker. And she will bank it home off the miss. Felker with her first basket. Scott City with 5 offensive boards. They lead at 13-5 with 2:12 to go first quarter. Lady Beavers have owned the glass here about 8-1, and a jumper no. Make it 9-1 as Metzger will eventually grab the board. And a whistle, and she travels with it in the backcourt. Scott City with their 6th turnover. 2:02 to go first quarter. Scott City with a 13-5 lead. They've led by as many as 9, but right now it's at 8. Ulysses with the underneath their own basket. Schultz left side now in the short corner left trying to drive in was Isabella Alvarado, now right block. Up and under move and losing it, or they'll say stripped out of bounds by Scott City. I think that was Peyton Gentry stripped it right out of the hands of Isabella Sanchez. It'll still remain Ulysses Tiger ball. Coach Justin Froh will send his 4 starters back in. Piper Fox, Avery Lewis, Megan Trout, Kendall Gentry. So Katie Weathers, Kaylee Felker, Peyton Gentry, Mackenzie Metzger exits Scott City with the starting 5 back on the court, leading by 8. Minute 54 to go first quarter. Up top here, Sanchez. Nice cut into the foul line. Romero now throws it over right side to Alvarado. They're working around left side to Schultz. Ball deflected, but loose, but picked up by Ulysses. They have 15 to shoot. Sanchez almost stolen away up top by Trout. Oh, they're going to get Trout with a foul. When it looked like maybe Alvarado just tripped on her own feet. Tough angle there for the official. That'll be team foul number 2 on Scott City and the first on Megan Trout here. With 1:37 to go, so the Tigers will keep possession of the ball in a new 35-second shot clock. Inbound in, out high to Isabella Sanchez. Goes left with the pass to Devana Vitolas, and then left side, here's Romero, and she travels with it. And Ulysses commits turnover number 5. As I mentioned, Scott City has owned the glass here in the first quarter. They have out-rebounded Ulysses 9-1. They lead at 13-5. They have 5 offensive boards as well. Scott City has been very good so far in the first 5 quarters rebounding. Here's the right baseline jumper, the deep 2. Avery Lewis can get in. Another offensive board, Megan Trout with it. Now bullet pass backside. Lewis puts it up, can't get it. Little contact, still pinballs around, and here's Ulysses back the other way with Alvarado. Missed a couple opportunities. A runner or no for Alvarado, and Avery Lewis, or correction, Chris Irvin gets the board, and a pushing foul on Alvarado. That is her first, and that'll send Scott City to the foul line with 66 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And that'll send Irvin to the free throw line, coming off a career-high 12 points with 66 first quarter seconds left. On the year, Irvin, 75% free throw shooter. And boy, Scott City struggling at the line, just 1 of 4 here in this first period. And for Ulysses, Abby Tapia, she is a 5'6" sophomore. She'll replace Isabella Alvarado. As I mentioned, this is a sophomore-heavy team from Ulysses. And Irvin will hit 1 out of 2, 14-5, 1:06 to go first quarter. Ulysses yet to attempt a free throw. They have 2 fouls due to the Lady Beavers. Scott City with 5 fouls in the period. And Ulysses will throw it away, and Scott City will throw it away. The teams will trade turnovers. And the 3 is banked in. Devani Bedolas for three. Her first three of the year makes it 14-8. Ulysses with 2 threes in the quarter. 40 seconds to work. Avery Lewis left wing. Ulysses quickly collapses. Lady Tigers hanging around, and Kendall Gentry with an answer back three off the back arm. But right there's Avery Lewis with the rebound. And Scott City, if they want to, can go for the final shot. But Irvin's going to run one right down Main Street for her first field goal. She has the last three for Scott City, and it makes it 16-8. 20 seconds to go first quarter. Tough defense. Almost a turnover. It's still loose, and now it's picked up by Lewis, and then picked up by Sanchez with 8 seconds to go. And Sanchez will take it all the way. Throws up a shot, no, and it'll be last touched by her with 4 seconds to go first period. Ulysses will sub in Yoselin Lerma for the first time. She is a 5'6" junior. So both teams have played 9 players in this first quarter. Here's Irvin with 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and she'll launch a three. No, and that's in your first quarter. Scott City will take an 8-point lead into period 2 at 16-8. We'll come back in a minute for the second quarter. This is Scott City basketball.
In your pocket. When you choose United, you're supporting a member-owned cooperative, proudly connecting Southwest Kansas with coverage you can trust. Visit getunited.com/radio or stop by a United store to get your 3 months free today. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Second quarter, Scott City with a 16-8 lead thanks to 50% shooting, 6 of 12. Ulysses are 3 of 11. Both teams are 2 of 4 on threes. Scott City 2 of 5 at the line. Ulysses did not attempt a free throw. Lady Beavers are led by 8 points from Avery Lewis, Devani Vitolis, and also Piper Schultz with a 3-point basket for the Lady Tigers. Now here's Kendall Gentry right off the bat in the second period. Line drives one in the left lane line for 2, and Scott City with the largest lead at 18-8. They've never trailed. They started out 9-0 in this game, and they get a trap out high and force a turnover. That'll be the 7th turnover, and then Coach Justin Fro gets a timeout before any more trouble happens to save the possession right at half court, right in front of the scores table. 7:40 to go first half. It is just a 30-second timeout. But the Lady Beavers with the make that an 18-8 lead now. As basketball presented here by Sharp Shooting Supplies, Security, State Bank, Scott Pro, Scott County Records, Scott County Hospital, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Abstract and Title, Scott Community Foundation, Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, and Scott City Eye Center. League standings coming into tonight. Colby, the lone undefeated team, they're at 4-0 in the league, and that's where Scott City will be on Friday night. The Lady Eagles ranked in the top 5 and 3, 7-0. Both Goodland and Holcomb have been ranked this year. Cowgirls are 6-2 overall, 4-1 in the league. Holcomb at 3-1. Huguenot and Scott City both 1-2 in league, playing 3-4 overall. Cimarron at 1-4, 2-6 overall, and Ulysses 0-4 in the league and 1-7 overall. Out of the 32nd timeout, Scott City with the ball looking to add their 10-point lead. Early second quarter. Kendall Gentry lob in the track, catches it, goes to the right, power dribble, goes up, leaves it short, got her own rebound, kicks it out to Kendall Gentry, who goes to her right. Now here's Trout, another power dribble, splits the 2 defenders, and scores it. She has 5. 20-8. That was just willing her way to the basket for 2 more. 7:15 to go first half, and Scott City already with 7 offensive boards here in this first half, and they force another turnover. That's the 8th Tiger turnover. First minute of this second quarter, already 4 steals unofficially for Scott City as they lead it by a dozen. They've scored the last 6 of the ball game. Into Piper Fox goes up, yes, on the right block for 2, or inside the lane, I should say. Piper with the first 2, and it's now a 22-8 lead with 6:50 to go first half. Scott City with the largest lead right now at 14. With the ball is Clarissa Sianiqui, who was scoreless and shotless in the first quarter, and a deep 2 is too strong for Corley McCormick in the backside board to Fox. She grabs her second board of the night. Kendall Gentry's going to go coast to coast. Her running away, no. Got her own rebound amongst the trees, and that one is good from point blank. She has 4 on this quarter, and just like that, it's a 10-0 run for Scott City, and Ulysses will burn a 30-second timeout with 6:26 to go first half, as Scott City has now raced out to a 16-point lead. At 24-8, they're on a 10-0 run, and they've scored the first 8 points here of the second period. As I mentioned, Colby, the lone league team, undefeated in league play, coming into tonight at 4-0. Goodland 4-1, and Holcomb 3-1. Well, this game is the head-to-head league matchup, as is Colby and Goodland. They're playing that at the Event Center in Colby tonight. That's the second meeting between the two programs, Colby and Goodland. Colby beat Goodland in the topside tip-off championship game a month ago. Also, other league matchups tonight. Hugoton is going across the border playing a very good Hooker Oklahoma team, both on the girls and boys side. And then you get Cimarron, who has, I believe, the night off here tonight. Got a whistle and a foul across half court. I think they're going to tag Kaylee Felker with the foul. Nope, they're going to get Megan Trout for her second foul, the team's first of the period. So Trout with 2 fouls now. Corlin McCormick has 2 fouls for Ulysses. She's in there. She was in there, but not right now. 6:18 to go first half with the right side. Naomi Romero up top. They're working around Vitolas and launching a 3. Sia Nikwe almost banked that in. Katie Weathers grabs her first board of the night for Scott City, as they have owned the glass in a big way here in this first half. Ulysses only 2 rebounds. Here, first 10 minutes of this ballgame, Kaylee Felker being harassed out high, finds Katie Weathers. Weathers with it, uses upper dribble, finds Felker out high as Ulysses wants to trap. Now Trout will drive in, and she draws a hack. That'll be on Clarissa Sianikwe, and that'll be team foul number 1 on Ulysses in this quarter. That might be Sianikwe's second, and it is. So Sianikwe now with 2. She's her leading scorer, just under 10 points a game. She'll have to sit down as Ziklali Castillo, a 5'7" freshman, enters for the first time as they go really young. Now Trout, nice bullet pass. Weathers for a left side 3. Off the backyard. Trout, had to be careful. She has 2 fouls, and in the hands of Ulysses. That was very close to a 3rd foul. And now launching a 3, missing it short, and Weathers finds a way to grab the board for Scott City. 5:25 to go second quarter. 24-8 Lady Beaver lead with the basketball. Kaylee Felker goes left to Mackenzie Metzger, who's left wide open for a triple, and she'll swish one home. Mackenzie Metzger, team high 11-3. Scott City's third of the half. They have scored last 13 of the ballgame, and they'll open up a 19-point game, and Ulysses will lose the ball out of bounds for their 9th turnover. 27-8 with 5:09 to go first half. As that is Devani Vitolas for Ulysses. Scott City with Mackenzie Metzger, Kaylee Felker, Peyton Gentry, Megan Trout, and also Katie Weathers. Metzger with it now. Here's Katie Weathers driving in. Scoop shot left side, a little strong. Trout with the board and the putback. She has 6. Make that 7. 29-8. It's a 15-0 run in this game. 4:50 to go first half. As Scott City has continued to own the glass. 7 points, 4 boards for Trout here in the first half. On the other end, a bank shot too strong for Romero. And Ulysses couldn't quite track it down. Here's Peyton Gentry with the board. And now she needs help, and they're going to get a foul on Ulysses on the bailout. Scott City with 16 rebounds in this first half compared to just 3 for Ulysses, as Piper Fox replaced Megan Trout, and probably Trout's half might be over with 2 fouls here, and Scott City with a 29-8 lead here with 4:35 to go first half. Ulysses is on a 4-minute scoring drought. Scott City trying to put the pedal to the metal. Here's Mackenzie Metzger, bounce pass to Piper Fox, drives left baseline. Nice cut by Kaylee Felker. That's only a foul on the floor. That'll be team foul number 3 on Ulysses in the period. With 4:23 to go second quarter. That'll be on Yoselin Lerma, her first. And a new 35 for Scott City. The Lady Beavers with just 1 starter out there, that being Piper Fox. They'll get it underneath good position by Fox, and she gets fouled going up, and she'll get 2 free throws. And a good aggressiveness by the 5'11 junior. Already the 4th foul on the Tigers. That's the 2nd foul, and there's Billy Alvarado. As Fox to the line for the first time. 65% on the year, swishes that one. Now the Lady Beavers are 3 of 6 from the line as they've now built up a 30-8 lead with 4:22 to go second quarter. And Fox rattles the second one home. She has 4 points all in this quarter, and the lead has grown to 23. It's a 17-0 Scott City run here over the last 4 minutes. They almost get the trap and working out of it. It's Castillo, and underneath, here's a bank shot, a little strong for Castillo. The follow-up, no, by Tapia. And here comes Scott City back the other way. With it is now Mackenzie Metzger. Pulls up and can't get a 5th point to go. They're going to get a whistle and a foul. That'll be on Piper Fox, fighting position underneath. That'll be her first. Fox with 4 points and 3 rebounds in this first half. Just the second foul on Scott City in the quarter with 3:57 to go second frame. Ulysses almost loses it, and then we get a block out high on Katie Weathers. That's her first. Team foul number 3 of the period. Well, it's gotten a little sloppy, and if you're Scott City, you've built up a 23-point lead here. You want to kind of keep your focus here. It's easy to lose track of focus when you have a 23-point lead. Ulysses hasn't scored in almost 5 minutes. They haven't scored yet this period. Tough shot, no, for Lerma. And then the follow-up is good and one for Lali Castillo. That's her first basket. And makes it 31-10 with 3:37 to go first half. That'll be on Piper Fox, her second. This is a scrappy enough team. They're going to fight their way to the ball. That one rims out for Castillo, who's a 50% free throw shooter. The rebound to Fox, who has her 4th rebound. Scott City with 18 rebounds to just 5 for Ulysses. And here's Fox on the left block for a 6-point all in this period, 33-10. 3:22 to go first half. Scott City back up by 23. Now here's Alvarado penetrating. Can't get the runner to go left side. Loose. It's Mackenzie Metzger who grabs it for Scott City. Lady Beavers push it with Katie Weathers trying to lob it into Fox. The pass is deflected out of bounds. Now they'll stop the clock with 3:04 to go first half as a whole 4 players in. Abby Tapia back in for Ulysses, in for Scott City. Kendall Gentry, Avery Lewis, Megan Trout, and Chris Irvin. So the starting 5 back on the floor, but Scott City with 2 players out there with 2 fouls, and Fox and Trout. The 2 post players, the 2 bigger players. And now here's Kendall Gentry driving left side, finds Fox, tried to split the defenders, loses it, picks it back up, and then they're going to call a foul on the floor. That was the 5th team foul for Ulysses. And Fox will head the line to shoot 2 free throws. Both teams have 4 fouls this period. With 2:54 to go first half, they're going to get Yoselin Lerma with her 2nd foul. And I think now they let everybody know that there's going to be 2 free throws. Here with 2:59 to go second quarter. Fox, who's hit a couple of free throws earlier in this period, she has 6 points in this period. Scott City on a 17-2 run, making an 18-2 run in the second 8 minutes of play, 34-10 with 2:59 to go first half, as that will be Lerma for the Tigers. Fox with 7, make it 8. She shares a team high with Avery Lewis, and it's a 25-point Scott City lead here with 2:59 to go first half at 35-10. Ulysses with the ball. Tapia bounce pass in the front court to Piper Schultz. And now driving in here is Castillo, who banks it no. Rebound Megan Trout, who grabs her 5th board. And outlets it right to Kendall Gentry. Gentry at 4 points this period. Now trapped out high, finds it Irvin right wing. Irvin surveys, uses upper dribble, needs a cutter. And now she'll put on the floor. She'll drive right lane line. Her runner, tough shot. Oh, the rainbow shot good for her 5th point. 37-10 with 2:25 to go first half. 5 for the junior. Almost stolen away. Here's Alvarado, almost walked with it as well. Now left corner to Tapia. The short corner ripped away by Fox. Scott City forces Ulysses into their 10th turnover. Here's Kendall Gentry. Almost walked with it, but she'll stop, bank it home. 6-point on this quarter, 39-10. It is a 25-2 run over the last 6 minutes of this ball game for Scott City with 2 minutes to go first half, and they're looking to add to it the steal. And a whistle and a foul. That'll be on Piper Schultz, her first. And that'll send Chris Irvin back to the line for 2 free throws, where she is 1 of 2 tonight. Schultz with her first foul. 2 free throws for Irvin. So Scott City, as I mentioned, has dominated the glass, about 20-5 here in the first half, and they lead at 39-10 on the scoreboard. With a minute 55 to go second quarter. Free throw number 1 bounces off. She is now 1 of 3 from the line tonight. Scott City in this quarter 4 of 5, 6 of 10 for the half. Second free throw, Irvin gets that one to bounce in, and it's a 40-10 lead with 1:55 to go. So Irvin now, she has a half a dozen this first half. Ulysses breaks the trap, and now right side. Here's Cifuentes in for the first time. Her shot is short. Fight for the rebound. We're going to get a tie, but it'll still stay on the Ulysses end of the court here with a minute 44 to go second quarter. So Natalia Cifuentes, a 5'4" senior, in there for the first time for Ulysses. Tigers to trigger it in, 34 to shoot for them. They get it underneath, and we're going to get a whistle, and that'll be a push, I believe. That'll send Ulysses to the line. I believe they're going to get Irvin. Yep. That'll be Chris's first. Team foul number 5, and that should send the Lady Tigers to the line for 2 free throws with a minute 44 to go second quarter. It will be Corley McCormick who's there. She has 2 fouls. She is a 22% free throw shooter as a team. Ulysses has struggled at the line this year, just 46%, and they get the first one to make it 40-11. 1:44 to go before intermission. They are now 1 of 2 from the line here in this first half. And 1 of 3, and Chris Irvin grabs her 4th board for Scott City off the miss. Minute 38 to go second quarter. Right side to Avery Lewis. Ulysses in a 2-3 zone. Fox now left wing to Kendall Gentry. Wrap around right side. Irvin for a right wing triple. Too strong. Rebound. Fox had it initially, but there should be the last one to touch it as she was kind of sandwiched in between a couple of Lady Tigers trying to fight for the rebound. It'll belong to Ulysses with a minute 26 to go second quarter. Scott City is led by 30. It's right now at 29, late second period. With it, here's Cifuentes up top to Isabella Alvarado. Backs her way and almost reach in there. Now she has a clear alley to the basket and lays it up for her first points. 40-13, 1:08 to go first half. Ulysses with the last 3 points of the ball game. They have points on back-to-back possessions. Kendall Gentry races it across. Final minute and a half up top to Chris Irvin. Now she'll penetrate, loses the dribble, picks it back up, holds it out, bounces it back. Here's Gentry, weaves her way through, and then stripped and stolen away. Turnover number 8 on Ulysses, on Scott City. Ulysses taking it back the other way, 2-on-1 numbers, and the layup is good for McCormick. So Ulysses with 5 in a row with 43 seconds to go first half at 40-15. Ulysses a little bit of momentum late second quarter. Now Trout to Avery Lewis, right baseline, trying to get it backside, and then to Piper Fox. No, follow up, foul on the floor, and she'll head to the line to shoot 2. Scott City with another offensive board here with 29.7 to go second quarter. The shot clock is off. That's going to be on Lali Castillo, her second foul. The free throw is good for Piper Fox. Makes this one 41-15 and ends the 5-0 Ulysses Tiger run with 29.7 to go second period. Piper Schultz in to replace Abby Tapia. They have played 10 to 11 players already in this first half. Actually, they played 12. Second one, no. Rebound, Scott City and Avery Lewis will just launch a right side 3, no, but Piper Fox with the rebound out to Gentry. She'll try a 3, and she won't be able to bank that in. Avery Lewis with another opportunity. 17 seconds to go now to Irvin. How about this one? Yes! 44-15 with 11 seconds to go first half. And Chris Irvin now with 6 in the period and 9 for the half. With 4 seconds with 3. With 2, here is Cifuentes for 3. No, and that's how your first half comes to an end. It's a 44-15 halftime lead here for Scott City, as they have dominated this first half over the Ulysses Lady Tigers. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with some first half stats and more. This is Scott City Basketball.
Sports have this amazing way of making a positive impact in our community, whether it's helping children, boosting local economies, or creating role models. That's our goal at American Implement, too. We believe in being a part of the communities we serve by just being a good neighbor. Thanks for being ours.
Fredy Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Fredy Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
Gives you the advantage in today's ultra-competitive and ever-changing marketplace. Ingredient and bulk sampling help fine-tune your feeding program and achieve production goals. Targeted supplements designed to match your exact needs are the standard at Scott Pro. Call us today at 620-872-2189 and let the professionals at Scott Pro design your custom supplement.
If your furnace is not working, would you hire some
For
random
exceptional
fixer?
service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
To take a 44-15 lead. 7 Lady Beavers have scored in this first half. 7 out of 9 that have checked in for the Lady Beavers have scored. Ulysses, they have had a bunch of different players score as well. They've actually had 6 out of 12 that have checked in the first half score, and nobody more than 3 points. There's a Billy Alvarado, how about Devani Vitolis with 3, Piper Schultz with 3 in that first half. And they all came on threes in the first quarter. And then there's a Billy Alvarado, Isabella Sanchez, Corley McCormick, and Zali Castillo with 2 points in the first half for the Ulysses Lady Tigers. For their 15 points. As they ended up with 11 turnovers, 4 steals. They only had 5 rebounds in the first half, did the Lady Tigers of Ulysses. For Scott City, they were led in scoring in that first half. They had 9 each from Piper Fox and Chris Irvin, 8 for Avery Lewis, 7 for Megan Trout, 6 for Kendall Gentry.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we bring you the best products in agriculture through the Max Yield system, placing the right products on every field of your farm. Use Axis Seed, BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio to enhance your crop's resilience and productivity today. Trust Red Barn Enterprises for all your crop needs, and join us in cheering on the Beavers.
Here as well. We're going to stop this break here a little bit short here, but we'll come back with some other first half stats as I was calculating some of those here for Scott City. In this first half, the Lady Beavers once again with a commanding 44-15 lead for Ulysses. They shot the ball in the first half, 1 of 3 from the foul line. They'd had a total a little bit north of 50% in the first half from the field. 4 of 10 on threes, 12 of 21 on twos, and from the charity line, 8 of 13. Both teams with some foul trouble here in the first half. Lolly, with 2. Corley McCormick with 2. Yossel Lerman with 2. Carissa Cianiqui with 2. Isabella Alvarado with 2 for Ulysses. For Scott City, Piper Fox and Megan Trout with 2. Let's pause real quickly for station ID. This is Scott City Basketball.
KSKL, Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
All right, we're back here as once again we're going to get ready for your second half of play. As Scott City with the lead here, 44-15. It'll be their ball to begin the third 8 minutes of play. We'll try to get some scores from across the league here as well in the first half. Colby and Goodland, a good one. Hugoton getting ready to get started here momentarily out at Hooker, Oklahoma. Halftime, Colby leading Goodland girls. Number 6 is Colby, Goodland number 7 in 3A, 32-13. The Cowgirls with the big lead. Holcomb and Lakin are playing each other tonight. That should be a fun rivalry. Scott City here as we begin this third quarter. We'll have Avery Lewis, Krista Irvin, Kendall Gentry, Megan Trout, and Piper Fox. Fox at the right elbow. Her jumper line drives it home, and Fox now one high off of a career high, 46-15. With 7:47 to go third quarter, as Fox now with 11 points in the ball game for Scott City, and they can add to this with a steal, the 12th Tiger turnover. Here comes Scott City in transition. Gentry underneath the Fox, a little bit too far ahead of her. 7:04 to go third quarter. Lowe's inbounded into Kendall Gentry. Gentry with it right wing. Little crossover dribble, entry feed into Fox, who fumbles it. And that'll be turnover number 9 on Scott City. First minute of this third period, 33-point advantage for the Lady Beavers at 48-15. Left side, launching a 3 is Castillo in and out, but the right rebound and a whistle. Ooh, they're going to get a hack on Avery Lewis. And that'll be her first. Team foul number 1 of the half on the quarter of for Scott City, I should say. 2 free throws coming up for Isabella Alvarado. The sophomore has 2 points tonight. Lewis just found number 1 for her. Free throw, too strong. Ulysses now 1 of 4 at the line tonight. 6:48 to go here in third quarter. 48-15 is your score. Second free throw is on the way, and that is good. It's 1 out of 2, 48-16. She has 3 tonight for the Tigers, the sophomore. As Ulysses will apply some full court pressure, Scott City to break it with ease. Here's Chris Irvin, right sideline, trying to take it all the way in and bobbles it out of bounds. And Scott City with back-to-back turnovers. 10 now for them tonight. So Ulysses with the ball and a 32-point Scott City lead here early third quarter. Up top now with it, here's Bella Alvarado now launching a deep 3 and burying it is Piper Schultz. She has 6 with 2 threes, 48-19. With 6:20 to go third quarter. So the Lady Tigers the last 4 points, almost a carry by Kendall Gentry. Oh, she might have traveled with it, but it's turnover number 11. Now lead pass here, Sianikwe, and she has her first points of the night. And it's now 48-21. Timeout Scott City. It's just a 30 with 6:08 to go third quarter. So Ulysses with a 6-0 run and maybe speeding themselves up a little bit here in this third quarter. It's a 27-point margin. Basketball tonight presented here by Rotomix, Roden Beacon Green Agency, Art Richards Financial Services, Arbro's Auto Body Mechanic, Pioneer Communications, Precision Ag and Seed, and Pokey Feeders. But Ulysses on a little 6-0 run, and they have pulled to within 27 after Scott City built up a 48-15 lead to begin in the first minute of the third quarter. As I mentioned, Scott City will be at Colby on Friday night, then the Sterling Invitational. Next home game for Scott City doesn't come until the 31st of January when they host Hugoton. Out of the timeout taken by Coach Justin Fro. Both teams have burned both of the 30-second timeouts. Little pressure. Scott City trying to break the press, and they do with 3 seconds to spare. Now Chris Irvin into Piper Fox. Great position underneath, and Fox now with a new career high, 13 points. 50-21 with 5:52 to go here in the third period. Ball swatted by Lewis and a steal. And then she draws a foul, so the double whammy there on Ulysses, this turnover and the foul. And that'll be their first foul of the period. That's on Isabel Alvarado, her third, with 5:46 to go in the third. And then out will be her, and in will be Corley McCormick. Ulysses has battled foul trouble pretty much all night here. And Mackenzie Metzger in for the Lady Beavers. Kendall Gentry with it up top. Uses upper dribble. Finds Megan Trout inside the keyhole. Now left side trying to get it into Fox. It's deflected out from her as Irvin tried to get it in but couldn't. 5:36 to go third frame. Scott City with a 29-point lead. They've led by as many as 33. As Irvin will throw it up top to Gentry. Finds Metzger right side. Turns down the 3. Almost walked with it. And then they'll say last touched by Ulysses. With 31 to shoot. 5:32 to go, third stanza. Scott City with a 50-21 lead. Good position for Trout underneath. Goes up, leaves it short, but got her own rebound, and she's fouled going up, and she'll get 2 free throws as she'll look to add to her 7-point, 6-rebound night. That is on Piper Schultz, her second. Team foul number 2. As Scott City continues to just own the glass here. It's about a 20-rebound advantage. Now Megan Trout hits 1 out of 2, makes it a 30-point game with 5.5 to go third quarter, 51-21, Trout, the senior, with 8 points and 6 boards unofficially, and then we're going to get a foul out high. That'll be on Chris Irvin, her second, team foul number 2 of the quarter, says Trent Specht. Inbound into Isabella Sanchez. Goes left for the pass over to Clarissa Sianikwe. She's one of those that can launch from about 25, 30 feet and sometimes hit one of those. She'll just throw one up there. It crawls off. Mackenzie Metzger boxes out on the backside for the board for Scott City. Sianikwe just 2 points tonight, only 3 shot attempts. Here's Peyton Gentry. She'll penetrate. She'll drive in her runner, and she can't get it to go. Kaylee Felko high off the glass, and now she has new season high in the varsity with 4. 53-21 with 4:50 to go third quarter. That was Peyton Gentry's first shot attempt, and now a steal. That's the 14th Tiger turnover. Here's Scott City back the other way with Irvin. Right baseline, Peyton Gentry for a 3. A little strong on that one, deflected, but right to Metzger, and she'll go up and she'll be fouled and get 2 free throws. That'll be a foul on Isabel Sanchez. I believe that's her first, and then yet another offensive board for Scott City. And it is her first. But net as well. She's now 7 of 8 at the line this year and has 5 points. Does the senior Metzger, and Scott City now with a 55-21 lead. 4.5 to go third quarter. They're on an 11-6 run in this first 3.5 minutes of the second half, and a whistle and a travel up top. And Ulysses will be ticketed with their 15th turnover as Katie Weathers and Avery Lewis return to lineup. Megan Trouts, Chris Irvin will exit. And Ulysses wants a full timeout. We'll take it as well. 4:29 to go in period 3. It's Scott City 55, Ulysses 21. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
At Axis Seed Red Barn, we're committed to dialing in the data for your farming success. Our corn hybrids offer exceptional drought tolerance and impressive ear flex, ensuring a profitable harvest. Proudly local, yet backed by a national brand, we deliver top-tier seeds with a personal touch. And as always, we're here to support our community, cheering on the Beavers. Axis Seed, where data meets dedication.
We're here in the third period. Scott City trying to win their 9th in a row in the series against the Lady Tigers, and they're well on their way here. 4:29 to go third quarter. The Lady Beavers are led by Piper Fox with a new career high in 13. 10 for Avery Lewis and 8 for Megan Trouts. Ulysses led by Piper Schultz. She has 2 threes and 6 points. Out of the Tiger timeout, Avery Lewis with it. Goes up top here. Peyton Gentry left side to Mackenzie Metzger. Metzger throws it back right side to Katie Weathers, looking to drive in. They're going to call her for a travel out high. And that'll be her 12th turnover of the night here with 4:16 to go third period. 55-21 your score. All Scott City, they get a trap out high. They find Piper Schultz to the Lady Tigers. Now bounce pass right side and launching a 3 and 2 off to the left for Vitolis, and Katie Weathers with the backside board. She has her 3rd rebound of the night as she'll race it coast to coast and gets it poked away from behind, and that'll be last touched by the Lady Tigers. Weathers shaking up after that, but looks like she'll be okay. Scott City with 27 rebounds unofficially. Ulysses with 6. And it's a 55-21 lead as Appleby Weathers back in as Trout here. She heads to the bench. A little shaken up there. Hope she's okay. 27 to shoot. That's Peyton Gentry to inbound it in. Does so to Avery Lewis. Lewis up top to Mackenzie Metzger. Metzger will penetrate. Now bounce pass right side to Kaylee Felker for a new career high. Leaves it short. And the rebound underneath goes to Corley McCormick, and we've got a whistle and a foul on Scott City. So Kaylee Felker, who is 2 off of a career high, just left that one a little short. A foul charged to Peyton Gentry, her first. Scott City's 3rd of the period. Both teams with 3 fouls in this third quarter as we're at the 3:45 mark. Ulysses has been on a 2.5-minute drought. Long shot short, long rebound by Sianiqui out high, and Ulysses grabs the board. 3:30 to go, third quarter. Driving in, losing it almost was Lerma. She'll just throw up a desperation shot, clinks off. We're going to get a 5 for the rebound, and the Ulysses will keep it on their end. They kind of, sometimes just shoot it from the hip, literally and figuratively. Almost got the bank shot to go in. There's Billy Alvarado in to replace Yoselin Lerma. 3:24 to go in the third, and now Alvarado, the sophomore, will inbound it. Looking for a cutter. Ball almost stolen away. Here's Sianikwe, who launches a 3, short rebound, and we get tie up. It'll be Scott City's ball in the possession arrow. With 3:19 to go, third period. 34-point Scott City lead. It's their largest of the night, 54-21. Megan Trout goes right to Avery Lewis for a right wing 3. No. Rebound, Kaylee Felker with it. Goes up, shot is blocked. Still loose underneath. We're going to get another tie-up. It'll be Ulysses basketball. Lewis trying to get that third 3 of the night for the hat trick of triples. Came close to it there. 3 minutes to go, third period. 3 to check in for Scott City next dead ball. Ulysses, and then we're going to get a push by Peyton Gentry. That's her second. Team foul number 4. Final foul to give here in this third quarter with 2:58 remaining. Piper Fox, Kendall Gentry, Chris Irvin, and exiting Peyton Gentry, Mackenzie Metzger, and Kaylee Felker. Ulysses will bring back in Ixtalali Castillo back into the lineup to replace Corley McCormick. Sianikwe with it with 2:55 to go. Uses upper dribble, finds it right side out high to Alvarado. She'll split 2 Lady Beavers, goes up with a shot, and she'll be fouled, and she'll get 2 free throws. Alvarado with 2 free throws coming up. She was 1 for 2 earlier in the quarter. The foul will be on Chris Irvin. That'll be her third with 2:50 to go. And the final foul to give there, 15th foul for Scott City. This is all of a sudden kind of drug out a little bit. That free throw is good. Makes it 55-22. Ulysses' first points in over 3 minutes. 55-23. They hit them both. They're now 3 of 4 at the line in the third quarter. 4 of 7 for the ball game. Oh, Irvin almost walks with it. Now Piper Fox into the front court. Bounce pass left side to Kendall Gentry. She's double teamed. Finds Avery Lewis. Up top to Irvin. 2:35 to go. Trickles over right side to Lewis. Ulysses trying to trap up top. Now they're working around. Here's Kendall Gentry for a left side 3. Bounces off. Rebound Avery Lewis with a putback and it'll rim in. She has a dozen. 57-23 with 2:20 to go, and that's Scott City's 15th offensive board tonight. They have 29 rebounds, and then Fox will stuff Piper Schultz, and here's Avery Lewis racing it back for Scott City's 30th rebound of the night. 15-15. Piper Fox with it. She'll drive down Main Street. Right-handed layup. She has 15. 59-23 with 2 minutes to go. Third period. Nobody on the right side there to contest Fox. We'll get a whistle. Out of bounds it'll be. Last touch. And we're going to get another timeout. Ulysses down to 1 timeout with 1:54 to go third quarter. It's a 59-23 score back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Go Beavers! Richards Financial Services at 106 East 6th Street in Scott City is once again pleased to be a booster.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
We believe investing in our community is how we make a lasting impact. It's about more than just providing wireless services. We believe in rolling up our sleeves and working side by side with local organizations. Whether you're sharing cherished moments, staying updated on trends, or exploring your surroundings, we're there to keep you connected. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas. They're down to 1 timeout left, and likely, unless Ulysses scores
7 points, and Scott City does in the final 2 minutes of the third period. And Sianequi fires a three, no. We rebound, Ulysses fire up, no. Rebound, another Tiger offensive board. That's for Alvarado. They have 2 offensive boards there. And now shot, and Sianequi ahead of the line for 2 free throws with 1:40 to go. As I was mentioning, Ulysses, if they happen to score 7 in a row here in the final 1:40, that foul's on Kendall Gentry's first. Team's well over the penalty. As Sianequi misses the free throw, she's 60% there this year. But we're going to have a continuous clock in the fourth quarter if nobody calls timeout. There's no stoppage there. Sianequi with her second free throw. Her second free throw, I should say, is good. 59-24, minute 35 to go. That's just her third point tonight, all in this half. She battled some foul trouble in the first half, did the senior. Gentry with it up top, out of a trap, left side. Now foul line, Piper Fox. Right side, Avery Lewis. So working around to Gentry with 18 to shoot. The foul line, right side, Lewis. Nice position for Fox. Fumbles it. She'll go up and can't get it to go. Rebound, Trout wrestles it away, and we're going to get a tie-up. She tries to go back up. Ulysses still fighting here despite being down 35 with 1:14 to go third quarter. And Scott City will retain possession of the basketball. I'll throw it up top to Fox, who has a career-high 15. And now loose on the floor, picked up by Ulysses. Scott City has kind of had a sloppy third quarter and a shot no good. Rebound Irvin for the Lady Beavers with now a minute to go third period. Irvin with 6 rebounds and a whistle and a foul. And Sianequi will pick up foul number 3 with 59.5 seconds to go third quarter. It's been a kind of a drug-out third quarter here, and I know with it being lopsided like it has been, that's contributed, but both teams a little sloppy with the basketball as well. Irvin will get it into Gentry. She'll race it across timeline, right sideline, finds Megan Trout up top. She has 1 3-point attempt. She elected not to shoot that. I thought maybe, why not? Let's get your first career 3, but no. 48 seconds. She's just going to play within the offensive system, and Irvin goes right side to Gentry. She'll drive right side, pull up baseline jumper, crawls off track, crashes the boards, and she is tied up by 3 Lady Tigers. Nope, they're going to get a foul on Ulysses here. A 39.6 says Jared Martin. The foul will be on Isabella Alvarado, her 4th, with 39.6 to go. On McCormick, her 3rd, with 21.1 to go here in the third period. And Ulysses with her 17th turnover. And Kendall Gentry will look for points 7 and 8 at the foul line. She had 6 points in that second quarter. First trip to the line tonight, where she's 67% on the year. Scott City 4 of 6. And Devani Vitolis with the board. They have a chance to get a twofer here. End of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter. The runner short, rebound, lose. It's like a hot potato underneath there. And then stuffed that time was Castillo, and a whistle. And they'll say touched, or that's touched by Scott City with 3.7 to go here in the third period. So Ulysses with another crack at it. It was Schultz to inbound it in. Does get it on it. Knocked out by Gentry. Another second off the clock. We're going to get a running clock here in the fourth quarter, with it being a 34-point game at 60 to 26, or 60 to 24, excuse me. Ball deflected again. Tenths of a second this time come off. I believe this is entry feed attempt number 3 for Ulysses here. And the shot up, no. Rebound Trout, and that's your third quarters is put up by McCormick. 60-24, we're going to get a continuous clock in the final 8 minutes of play here. When we come back in 1 minute, this is Scott City basketball.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Scott City Ice.
Back here in Scott City, it'll be Ulysses basketball. We're going to get a running clock the fourth quarter here. The 60-24 Scott City lead. Ulysses will get the basketball first here. That was a 16-9 third quarter run for Scott City. Here's Ulysses racing it, pulling it back out. Castillo with it, launches a 3-0. Piper Fox with the rebound. She has a career high 15 to lead Scott City, 12 for Avery Lewis. There's Billy Alvarado and Piper Schulchich with 6. It'll be over and back on Scott City. They will turn it over for the 14th or 13th time of the night. As it's Clarissa Sianiqui coming back in with 7.5 to go in for Isabella Sanchez. Scott City has 2 others with 9 points, Krista Irvin and Megan Trout. Lady Beavers have never trailed in this one. Started out 9-0 and led 16-8 after 1 and had a 28-point second quarter. Ball knocked out with 7:09 to go, 23 to shoot. Boys game to follow here. Features Scott City and Ulysses, the Beavers. The boys number 8 ranked team in Class 3A. Man, 3 league teams ranked. And we're going to get 3 substitutions in. Mackenzie Metzger, Kaylee Felker, Peyton Gentry in. Kendall Gentry, Avery Lewis, Krista Irvin will exit. 6:40 to go in this one. Inbound in, deflected by Fox. That'll just burn some more time off the clock. And in this game a little bit quicker. Devani Vitolis, the sophomore, to inbound it in, does so. Sianiqui will just chuck up a 3, leaves it short, and Megan Trout unofficially with her 8th board of the night. Kaylee Felker running point now needs help. Trying to fight through, and we're going to get an offensive foul, I believe, on Felker. She was swinging those elbows around. And that'll be the first foul of the fourth quarter, Kaylee's first foul. So Ulysses with the ball with 5:50 to go, 60-24 your score. Up top, Sianiqui, right side. Here's Vitola trying to drive in. Schultz misses wide right on a 3. Into the hands of Mackenzie Metzger, a race to the cross. Then she loses her footing, and Scott City with a third turnover in the fourth quarter. Here comes Sianiqui with it, uses up her dribble, 5:25. She'll just launch it, and she'll hit it from way downtown to the right of where it says State on Security State Bank on the court logo, 60-27, 5:15 to go. Now here's lead pass. Here's Kaylee Felker. She's going to drive left side. Her layup, she ties a career high with 6. 62-27, 5:05 to go. And so she ties a career high with 6. With it, here's Sianiqui, races right side layup. No, Peyton Gentry with a rebound and a foul. Scott City with 25th or 40th rebound overall of the night with 4:49. That is a season high. They're going to get the foul on Corlin McCormick, her fourth. 4:38 remaining in this one. As making her season debut on the varsity is Valeria Castillo, a 5'5 junior. Also in is Maggie Heineman, a 5'5 sophomore. With it, and Peyton Gentry draws a foul on Erin Molina, who's in for the first time. She's a 5'5 sophomore. That'll be her first. Ulysses with team foul number 2 in the period as this clock continues to wind down quicker and quicker with 4:13 to go. So Scott City has subbed in 11 players here tonight. Castillo lead pass to Heineman. Oh, loses it, but turnover on Scott City. That'll be their 15th of the night. Almost thrown away, 3:55 to go. Here's Cian Iqui, goes left side with the pass over to Erzbilly Alvarado. She'll take it strong to the rack and lay it up to draw the foul. She'll get 2 free throws. She has 6 points tonight. One of 3 Lady Tigers with 6 points. 62-27, 3:40 to go. That'll be on Mackenzie Metzger, second. Second Scott City foul the fourth quarter with 3.5 to go. Alvarado 3 of 4 at the line tonight and make it 4 of 5. Ulysses now 6 of 10, 62-28. They've doubled up Scott City in the fourth quarter, 4-2. Second charity toss short, but Ulysses is going to track down the rebound by, that's McCormick. And now goes to Molina. Molina up top with it. Alvarado may shuffle her feet, and then Ulysses is going to lose it out of bounds. That'll be turnover number 18 on the Tigers. 2:55 to go. 62-28. Oh, Scott City throws it away off the inbound. And Ulysses has it. Here's Alvarado. She has 9. 62-30. 2:40 to go in this one. Kaylee Felker races across. Here's Heineman. Oh, shoot that. Now Castillo, she's going to try to shoot it. And now that's going to be last touch by Ulysses here with 2:28 to go. And in will be Isabella Sanchez. She'll replace Piper Schultz. Here with 2:22 to continuous clock, fourth quarter, 62-30 is your score. Inbound into Kaylee Felker, who has tied a career high now into Peyton Gentry, and they're going to get a whistle, and that'll be foul on Isabella Alvarado. That'll be her 5th with 2:07 to go. And she'll be disqualified with the team high 9 points. In will be Natalia Cifuentes for her. Don't forget, you can catch archive games, audio only, of these broadcasts for Scott City Sports. Look for on Spotify. Look for Scott City Beavers on Mix 94.5. Into Kaylee Felker trying to go for a career higher shot is blocked. Ulysses last to touch it out of bounds with 1:37 to go. Lady Beavers are going to get to 500 not only in league competition but also on the season. They have a big game with the 6th-ranked Colby Lady Eagles on Friday night. Inbound and cutting is Mackenzie Metzger. Now Peyton Gentry pulls up for a 15-footer. No. Rebound, they're going to get a push. That'll be, I believe, on Heineman. And Ulysses doesn't want to take any timeouts with them home. They're going to burn the final timeout with 1:05 to go. Well, they're going to take that break as well. Scott City 62-30 lead. Back in the time after this break, this is Beaver basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we're bringing you BW Fusion products to help your crops stress less and yield more. Discover the benefits of Amino, Relax RX, Full Sun, and BioBoost, each designed to enhance plant health and maximize yield. Proudly supporting Scott County Athletics, Red Barn Enterprises is your partner for a more resilient and productive future. Choose BW Fusion from Red Barn Enterprises today.
To medspa.com.
Final minute of this one as we're back to action. 62-30 Scott City with a comfortable lead here. Running clock, fourth quarter, right baseline. McCormick backside pass to Isabel Sanchez, and now they'll lose it out of bounds. For the 19th time, it's a turnover for Ulysses. Ulysses is going to drop to 1-8 on the year. They'll be 0-5 in the halfway mark of their league competition. Or I should say, not quite halfway mark of the league competition. Now here's Peyton Gentry racing across. They're going to let that one go. She'll drive down the middle. Can get the runner to go. And the rebound to Ulysses. 25 seconds to go. Shot clock off. Trying to shoot the three with Sianiqui, but could. Now lost. Picked up, though, by Ulysses. 15 seconds to go. Here's Sianiqui. Stops. Punt. Puts up a three. Misses it wide. Follow up. No. And then we're going to get a tie up, and that'll probably end the ball game. And that's the way it's going to be. 62-30 your final. Scott City 4-4 on the year. They get their first home win of the year. And now they're 2-2 in league with a big game against number 6 Colby on Friday night. Ulysses drops to 1-8 on the year. They're 0-5. They'll take on Holcomb at home on Friday. Post-game coverage should begin after this 3-minute break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
BBN is brought to you by Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, Norder Supply Incorporated, Ag Management Services, Vogelmore Family Farms, White's Food Liner, Scott Community Foundation. BBN is brought to you by Lone Tree Farms, JNR, Nextech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, SNT, Scott County Hospital, Scott Co-op, Security State Bank.
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same. We promise that we'll continue working right beside you. We appreciate all that you do for our country and our communities. From all of us at American Implement, thank you, and may God bless the American farmer and rancher.
Visit them at 910 West 5th Street in Scott City. Faroe Heating and Cooling proudly supports the Scott City Beavers.
Welcome to the Scott City Ace Hardware post-game show. Scott City Ace Hardware, located on South Main Street in Scott City. They invite you to come by and take a look around.
Dominant win tonight for the Lady Beavers as they get to 500 on the year. They're now 4-4 on the year and 2-2 in the conference. A 62-30 rout of the Ulysses Lady Tigers tonight. Adam Cadavia with you here from the Scott Community Event Center Lady Beavers 4-4 on the year, 2-2 in league. They've won their 9th in a row in the series against the Ulysses Lady Tigers. Ulysses falls to 1-8 on the year. They're 0-5 in conference play. It was all Scott City wire to wire in this one. They led 9-0 and then 16-8 after the first quarter, but they go on a 28-7 second quarter run to take a 44-15 lead at the break and led at 60-24 going into the fourth quarter before winning 62-30. Final numbers here in tonight's ball game. 41, or make that, how about 36 rebounds? That's more like it there. So they had 36 rebounds, 36-15 on the glass, about 3-1 advantage. As Scott City wins it here tonight by the final of 62-30. We'll take about a 1-minute break and we'll come back here where I see Coach Justin Froh making his way up here. We'll try to get his post-game conference and then usher ourselves into the boys' pregame show. Back in a minute. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Western State Bank, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center, LLC, Spray Foamit, LLC, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services,
Cultural Insurance Company, an equal opportunity provider.
We're back here in Scott City as I saw Coach Justin Froh maybe trying to make his way over here. Lady Beavers winning here earlier tonight by the count of 62-30, behind the career high 15 points from Piper Fox. I see Coach Froh making his way over here. We'll let him get the headset on, then we'll get to talk shop here. As go ahead and have that on there, Coach. Congratulations on the win, by the way, Coach. Guys,
guard there, and then not settling with that again, but also attacking the basket and getting down low and really asserting her dominance there. So great job from her tonight, and really just good job from us getting into our offense and getting the ball to where it needed to go.
Well, you got the inside game working. That was really kind of partly because of what you guys were able to do outside early on, hitting a couple of threes there from Avery in that first quarter. I think that kind of settled everybody in and kind of had those open looks on the inside.
Yeah, I think that we're heating up. I don't think that we've still had our best shooting performance yet. I think that we're definitely capable of a lot more and better shooting than we've had. But I think that we're getting closer to what I see in practice anyways. So it's always nice to be able to translate that from practice and not just only see it in practice. But we definitely have some scorers and some shooters, and I thought that, overall, kind of like what we've been talking about, maybe a little bit of a broken record, but, good job just sharing the scoring and great team ball.
Well, you get a big game on Friday night before Sterling tournament play with a pretty good Colby team.
Yeah, they are a real good team, and it'll be nice to see how we match up with them and be able to carry over what we had from here tonight, and then, take that into hopefully the Sterling tournament and keep heating up.
All right, well, congratulations, Coach. Enjoy this one, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Adam.
All right, once again, Coach Justin Furrow here as we recap the girls' game. Lady Beavers with a comfortable 62-30 victory here. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll come back, and we'll begin our boys' pregame with head coach Brian Gentry on the other side of this break here on Mix 94.5.
Feed Yard in Scott City takes pride in being part of Kansas's cattle feeding industry and is constantly aware of the specific needs of today's cattlemen. You can expect the best at Fairley Feed Yard, located 7 miles south and 6 miles west of Scott City. They believe in the importance of feed and ration preparation, health programs, death loss management, and overall handling of your feeder cattle. Fairley Feed Yard supports the area activities and youth of Western Kansas. Make Fairley Feed Yard your custom cattle feeder. That's Fairley Feed Yard of Scott City.
Welcome back to the Scott Community Event Center. Adam Kadavy with you on Mix 94.5. Your pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. I'm joined here with Coach Brian Gentry in the pregame. And Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. A good win for you guys a week ago against Cimarron, a 53-28 win on the road there against the Blue Jays in a game where it was tight early on, but you guys found a way to kind of expand that lead in the second quarter and really did it a lot with your defense. And having a week off in between games, looking back, you had to like what you saw to start off your 2025 schedule.
Yeah, I thought our defense was really locked in. I thought we had pretty good rotations and did a good job of staying in the stance and guarding the ball. Didn't give up many, if any, second chance opportunities. Pretty pleased, first game out defensively. Now we just got to get that offense to start clicking with it. The offense has been fine. We just, we haven't necessarily shot the ball as well as we're capable of, and not to say that that's going to happen from a night in, night out basis, but we are a better shooting team than what we've showed the last couple of games. We need to get back to that.
You're able to get Brooks in the starting lineup there. Of course, his first game of the year, he didn't have Eloy, though, but you could tell he brought a lot to the table, a lot of experience and with his 6 points, but he did a lot of other things, too, as well.
Yeah, Brooks is a gamer, and I'm not really sure what to expect with his foot right now, but I thought he did a very good job considering, the limited amount of time that he's practiced. But, when I throw that ball up, he was ready to go and possibly played him too many minutes, but it's a good thing we probably had, as many days off after that game as we did to give him a little bit more rest and let that, kind of a little bit of that swelling go down again. But very, very good job. And he didn't try to overdo it. I thought he did a very good job of understanding, some of his limitations right now with his foot, and just gave the ball to the right people and made the plays when they were there. So, very pleased with his first game back.
And continue to work it to Jackson down the post there. You guys kind of continue to work it inside now, and it's been very successful.
Yeah, if we didn't do it, we'd start to really question what we were thinking, so we've got to continue to play through him. He's so good, and he's such a big, strong kid. He's got great footwork, so we're going to continue to play through him. With that said, our guards, I still think, are trying to look for their plays to make, but they're not forcing it. just continue to kind of strike that balance, offensively, and we'll be fine.
Once again, it is Coach Brian Gentry pregame here tonight. Scott City taking on the Ulysses Tigers, a team that they're a little bit below 500 coming into tonight, and a team that has had some good moments this year. They lost to Goodland on the road on Friday night, and just kind of like the rest of the league, they've had a pretty brutal schedule. Their lone win in league play coming against Cimarron before the break, but take a look at this team. They don't return a lot from last year, but this is a team that plays still pretty hard.
Yeah, I think scrappy might be the best, description of them. They get after it. I think, they're pretty quickly, or they're really good at using their hands, and they kind of get up into you. So we've got to be, smart with the ball. We can't be putting it, on the ground right in front of them and trying to make too many moves. We need to use our body to kind of protect that ball and run our offense. But, they're very scrappy, and to me, they play very freely offensively, which can always be dangerous. If you have a team that, isn't worried about missing, 3, 4, 5 shots in a row, and they just keep firing them up there, teams like that can be dangerous because they can always get hot and they can go the other way.
Should be a good one here in the first home game in 28 days for Scott City tonight as they play host to the Ulysses Tigers. Coach Brian Gentry here in the pregame, and Coach, thanks for the time as always, and good luck to you guys.
Thanks, all.
That was Scott City Beaver coach Brian Gentry. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with you and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup, also bring you starters, keys to the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
City continues adding new items. Not only have they added new small appliances from GE, they now have the comfortable Sealy memory foam pillow. Oh, and don't forget to check out their new home decor. Come in and see their top lines of furniture and appliance from Lazy Boy, Sealy, GE, and Speed Queen. Deckmark Furniture and Appliance has 2 floors of quality furniture and appliances for every room of your home. Stop and see what's arriving daily at Deckmark Furniture and Appliance on Main Street in downtown Scott City, where they service what they sell.
At First National Bank of Scott City, we look forward to helping you manage your finances with our quick, secure, and convenient online banking service. Not only can you check your daily account history and spot fraud, you can also set alerts that will notify you if your account balance drops below an amount that you have chosen. Send notifications when your statement is available and when your loan payment is due. Don't forget about online bill pay. Check it out at fnbscott.com or come see us at First National Bank of Scott City. Member FDIC and Equal Housing.
The Scott Recreation Commission invites you to come get fit in their fitness center. No matter what your focus is, the Scott Recreation Commission features a wide variety of fitness activities, including free weights and cardio. With an affordable membership, you're able to access not only the fitness area, but also group fitness classes. Find out your workout opportunities at the Scott Recreation Commission Fitness Center, 912 Jefferson Street in Scott City. You can also sign up online at scottrec.org.
And we welcome you back here to Scott City here for Beaver basketball tonight with Scott City taking on the Ulysses Tigers. We get the boys game getting going here momentarily here. About 3 minutes from the introduction of the starters here. But Scott City, once again, ranked number 8 in Class 3A in the latest KBCA polls today at 6-1 on the year, 2-1 in the conference, and they picked up a 53-28 win at Cimarron last Tuesday night to start off that 2025 portion of their schedule. And it's been a good start here for Scott City in that aspect. And they were led by Jackson Run for 19 points, 15 rebounds, yet another double-double for him. He averages 20 points, almost 21 and 12 per contest. Played without Eloy Ruiz. He's back in lineup, and he'll be back starting tonight for Scott City. He was unavailable last Tuesday for that ball game, but the Beavers also got 11 from Avery Radke in a game where the Beavers shot 44%. They were 11 of 12 at the foul line. And the victory there and had 30 rebounds in the contest. For Ulysses, they have dropped 2 in a row after getting to 3-3 right at the Christmas break after a win over Southwestern Heights on the road. They have dropped 2 games at Hugoton 54-43 and Goodland 62-47. This is not a bad team. The record may be 3-5 and 1-3 in the conference, but you got to watch out for them. It's just life in the Great West Activity Conference here this year, and it's going to be a rough one here. Tough opponent for Scott City is they're led this year so far by Julian Mraz, the 5'9 junior, averages 15 points a game. Parker Browning, he averages 8 points. I believe, if I remember Bob Dale telling me, he's the voice of the, or I always like to call him the eye of the Tigers. He's a transfer, I believe, from Sublette. I believe that's the right one there. He averages 8 points a game, and Caden Ledesma, sophomore, 8.5 points a contest. But this is a Ulysses Tiger team that's 3-5 on the year. They'll play scrappy, they'll fight hard, and they're going to be a tough out night in and night out. They've always had that aggressiveness to them, and won't be an easy one for Scott City tonight, but if they play their game, they're going to be fine here. As I mentioned, Scott City, they're the number 1 seed in the Sterling Invitational. They'll be taking on the Hutchinson Trinity Celtics next Tuesday night or afternoon at 4:30 at Sterling College in the opening day of the Sterling Invitational Tournament. Always fun to go to that tournament. 5th year that Scott City will be participating in that tournament. And Ulysses will be in the orange and black at Colby. They will open up with Olathe North, who's got the top record in the 6A East coming into tonight. No rest for the weary for them. They also have Holcomb on Friday nights at home, so not an easy schedule for Ulysses yet once again. As we will get to your starting lineups here once again, presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. We'll start off for the Ulysses Tigers, Matt Cox. He's in his 4th season, assisted by Shane Browning, Jeremiah Wise. They will start off Aiden Alvarado. He is a 5'11 senior, averages 4 points and 2 rebounds and 3 assists per contest. Also, Julian Mraz. He's a 5'9 junior. He averages 15 points and 5 boards a game. Parker Browning. He is a 5'11 sophomore at 8 points, 3.5 boards a game. Caden Ledesma is a sophomore at 5'11 at 8.5 points and 5 rebounds a game. And Colton Dierking, he is a 6'3 senior at 8.8 points, 7 rebounds a game. Aiden Alvarado, Julian Mraz, Parker Browning, Caden Ledesma, and Corbin Dierking for the Ulysses Tigers. For Scott City, Brian Gentry in his 9th season, assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kai, who happened to turn a milestone today, 30 years old. 30 years young, I guess you could say now. It's Eloy Ruiz back in lineup, the 5'10 senior at 6.2 points, 5.7 assists per game. Avery Radke, the 6'1 junior, averaging 7.9 points, 4.4 rebounds a game. Junior Mesa, he's a sophomore, 5'11 at 8.1 points, 2.4 rebounds. Alex Turinga, the 5'10 senior, 9.9 points and 3.4 rebounds. Jackson Rumford, the 6'6 senior, 21 points and 12 rebounds a game. Eloy Ruelas, Avery Radke, Junior Mesa, Alex Turinga, and Jackson Rumford for Scott City. Keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trower. You go the proven winner. When it comes to insurance, they score big with their policyholders. Keys tonight for Scott City, I think, continue to work it inside. That's the first key. Second key for the Beavers, I think, just kind of play loose, play solid defense like you did against Cimarron last week. Those are your keys to the game. Beavers in their home white uniforms tonight with the navy blue numbers and letters, a lot of blue trim. Ulysses in their road black tops with the white numbers, letters, and the orange trim. Jackson Rumford, Corbin Dierking in the center. Jared Martin to throw the ball up, and this game is underway, and Scott City wins the tap. Eloy Ruelas will take it across left to right here in half number 1. As Ulysses opens up in a man-to-man defense, Radke to the foul line, left corner to Rumford. He'll try a 3. He'll be good on a 3. Jackson Rumford is 7-3 of the year, and the Beavers lead 3-0. 7:43 to go here in the first quarter. So a good quick start for Scott City, nets them a triple. Ulysses with their first trip down the court. Scott City in a man-to-man. Right side out high to Julian Mraz, guarded by Radke. He'll launch a deep 3 for the tie. No. Rebound Jackson Rumford. Early rebound for the Beavers and an early 3-0 lead. Scott City now with another Rumford left wing 3 off the back iron, but the backside board goes to Junior Mesa, and Scott City will reset. As I mentioned, Scott City leads this series since 1980, 60-26, but Ulysses won the last game, rallying for a 45-41 victory last year. And Ulysses, Ruelas for a 3, rimming in and out, and the rebound underneath there to Julian Mraz for the Tigers. So Scott City has attempted 3 threes, or 1 of 3. First minute plus of the ball game, 3-0 Scott City. Mraz at the foul line. Now cutting in here is Ledesma, back up top to Mraz. They run a lot through this junior Mraz. 15 to shoot. Caden Ledesma passes it over high right to Parker Browning. Mack, here's Mraz for the tie. No, but saved into play. It's an air ball, but right into Alex Trego's hands. They'll push it across, but Junior Mesa drives in, spin move, gets stuffed, and that's going to be a foul. Team foul number 1 on Ulysses with 6:24 to go first quarter. I believe they're going to get Browning, excuse me. Nope, I was right the first time. Durkin with a foul is first. 2 free throws for Junior Mesa, and in game number 8 of the year, this is his first trip to the line, and he makes it 4-0 Scott City. And this is his first 2 free throws of the season, I believe of his varsity career as well, and he looked pretty good there. No one has a 3-point threat, but that also helps as well. Scott City now up 5 with 6:20 to go first quarter. With it here as Aiden Alvarado takes a strong rack, misses a layup. Alex Trego with the board for Scott City as they are starting to own the glass here early on. In transition, Trego trying to take a coast-to-coast. He gets fouled going up. It'll be foul on the floor, they'll say, and probably a break for the Beavers. It looked like Trego kind of lost the ball there. That'll be on Aiden Alvarado, his first. Alvarado, a sprinter for the Tigers track team from last year. Remember him at state. Fresh 35 with 6:06 to go first quarter. Inbound into Rumford up top to Mesa. Gets around the screen. He'll drive in. Jump stop right corner to Trango. He'll fire a 3. He'll be good on a 3. Alex Trango's 8th 3 of the year, and it's an 8-0 Scott City lead 2 minutes in. Scott City already with 2 threes tonight. They shoot it just south of 30% from downtown, but they are now 2 of 4. Here in the early going, they got a timeout for Coach Matt Cox and Ulysses with 5:45 to work first quarter. 8-0 Scott City lead. We'll come back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Pioneer Communications believes the services we offer are about something more. Whether streaming your favorite shows, surfing the web, or running an online business. As your local nonprofit cooperative, we're more than the internet, video, or telephone company. We're in the Connecting Southwest Kansas business. We're proud to connect our local Southwest Kansas communities to the world so you can thrive living in rural Kansas. Pioneer Communications. We're your community. Connected.
Shooting firearms is both fun and challenging, whether you're hunting,
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects.
Buy from someone you can trust.
Visit us online at scottcf.org.
Let's pause real quickly for station ID. This is Beaver basketball.
Mix 94.5 KSKL Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Scott City out to an 8-0 lead here with 5:40 to go first quarter thanks to a couple of threes. 3 different Beavers have scored, but driving in, pulling up left baseline and rattling home jumpers. Caden Ledesma to get Ulysses on the board. 8-2, so good timeout there used by Ulysses to get on the board, and 5.5 to go first quarter as Ledesma averages 8.5 a game, gets that shot to go. Into Rumford toward the right block, backing his way in. Pump fakes as he goes to his right, leans in, leaves it short, tips it to himself. Now will pump fake go up from point blank, miss the bunny, and the rebound goes to Ulysses. They'll throw it down the floor, and with it is Ledesma. He loses it, and they'll say Tarango last to touch it. And it'll remain Tiger basketball with 5:11 to go first period. Inbound in up top. Here's Mraz with it, guarded by Mesa. So you got 5-on-5 there, but now ball deflected. Scott City forces Ulysses into their second turnover. Racing it across is Avery Radke. He's going to go right block out high to Ruelas. 4:58 to go first quarter. 4 outlook for Scott City. And from way downtown, Mesa, no. Long rebound to Jackson Rumford. Already has his 3rd rebound. And now throws it right corner to Tarango. Rumford to the right block. Now backs his way in, goes to his left, flips it up, and he's on the board in the paint. His 5th point, 10-2. 4:35 to go first quarter. Scott City, good work that time. Coach Gentry puts in his first sub to the scores table. That'll be Brooks Bailey out of the next dead ball. 10-2 Scott City advantage. Up top here is Mraz. Guarded tightly by Ruiz, drives right side, hangs, shoots a tough shot, got it to go. Yes, his first basket. 10-4, 4:11 to go first period. See, hung on the right baseline there for his first basket. Near the midway mark of the first quarter. Ruiz with the left wing, now corner to Radke. Off a screen up top, here's Mesa. Now right side, here's Rumford, power dribble, drives in, hangs, shoots and got it. He has 7 already. 12-4. 3:50 to go first quarter. First time in 2 years Ulysses into Scott City. Mraz with it. Now stranded just inside the foul line. Almost a 3-second lane violation on the Tigers, but they keep possession, 18 to shoot. Here's Aiden Alvarado. Bullet pass toward the right block is Browning. He's out deflected, now picked up here. Dirking with 10 to shoot, and here's a 3 launched, and that is too strong. And the rebound back the other way. Lead pass to Ruiz down the floor. The layup. He got it to go. Tough shot. His momentum carried him underneath the basket. Found a way to get his first 2. It's 14-4 as we're just outside of 3 minutes to go first quarter. Scott City with a 10-point lead, 14-4. Ulysses with the basketball at high. Parker Browning looking for a cutter. Finds Alvarado. They'll go right side. Here's Mraz for a 3. Ramming in and out. Rebound fought for. They're going to get the foul on Jackson Rumford. That'll be his first, Scott City's first foul. Comes with 2:54 remaining in the opening period. So Brooks Bailey in for the first time, his second game of the year, coming off a 6-point performance last Tuesday at Cimarron. Ulysses also brings in Nick Martinez, a 5'11 senior. And I believe, Austin Leyva, a 6'2 sophomore. So this Tiger team also gets pretty young. With it as Mraz steps back, launches a 3, and hits it as getting ready to come in, try to attempt the block was Rumford, and Mraz makes it 14-7, 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Radke for an answer back 3. No. Oh, yes. It looked like it was going to bounce out. Radke with the 3. His 7th of the year makes it 17-7 and 2:35 to go first quarter. Scott City with their third 3 of the period. Driving in, losing the handle of it. Now loose on the floor. And it's picked up by Rumford, and a quick timeout for Coach Brian Gentry in a 30 with 2:26 to save the possession. Scott City with their third turnover force in the period. Basketball presented here by Platinum H Insurance, Plain Jan's Perfect Auto Detailing, New Life Market, Northern Supply, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Midwest Metzger Appraisals and Metzger Family Farms, Low Tree Farms and Livestock, Lebanon Lawn and Trade, Jackson Legal Group, JF Beaver Advertising, and J. Henry Trucking. 17-7, Scott City with the advantage, with the ball out of their 32nd timeout coming up here with 2:26 to go in the opening period. As it's 7 for Rumford already. 4 Beavers have scored already in this. Actually, 5 have scored already for Scott City in the first quarter that have played. Ulysses led by Julian Mraz. He has 5 of their 7 points. So I have a Mraz who's really an all-league type player. Probably doesn't get a lot of the notoriety he deserves just because of how many solid players there are in this league. 2:20 to go first quarter as Ruiz takes it across out of the Scott City 32nd timeout. Off the screen left side. Here's Tarango, skips it over right side. Ulysses goes to a zone look, and now they try to get it in, force it into Rumford, but deflected and saved by Scott City. Nice dish right side. Bailey, fadeaway, tough shot there. And the rebound goes to Ulysses. 17-7 Scott City, 2 minutes to go first quarter. And now launching a 3 and bearing another 3. Mraz has hit his last 3 shots. He has 8, and it's 17-10 with 1:53 to go first quarter. He'll just chuck it up from wherever, but got to be careful if he gets hot to watch out. Avery Radke for an answer back 3. That one a little strong, and Ulysses' Aiden Alvarado grabs the board on the backside. So Radke trying to get his second straight 3. Now here's Mraz penetrating. He'll drive left baseline, cut off. He'll launch a 3 left corner. He hit another one. It's 17-13, 1:27 to go first quarter. He has 10 points. Make that 11 points, including 3 triples. He's hit his last 4 shots. And all of a sudden, the lead of Scott City's 10 is down to 4. Minute 13 to go. Skip it over right side to Ruiz. 18 to shoot. Up top now. They're working around to Tarango. Tarango goes right to Ruiz. 14 to shoot. Now baseline to Jackson Rumford. He'll drive it. Underneath, here's Radke. Goes up. They'll say stripped and last touch by Ulysses with 59 seconds and 7 to shoot. Junior Mesa in for Alex Tarango. So Ulysses, thanks to 3 threes from Julian Mraz, has pulled the Tigers to within 4. 6 to shoot up top to Brooks Bailey with 4, with 3. Scott City needs to get a quick shot, and it's Ruiz for 3 air ball, but the rebound into the hands of Mraz, and they're going to say shot clock violation, and Scott City a little late to get that shot off, and here's Ulysses on a 6-0 run. They've scored 9 in the last 12 points. After Scott City's led by as many as 10, it's right now 17-13. But Julian Mraz with 11 points. He has the last 11, by the way, for the Tigers. He's hit his last 4 shots. He has the basketball. 40 seconds to work first quarter. Up top with it is Austin Leyva. Back up top now to Caden Ledesma. They'll go left side. Here's Mraz. Steps back. Another 3. That one he finally missed, but a rebound goes to Parker Browning. And now back to Mraz, and a whistle and a foul up top with 25 seconds. And that'll be a foul on Eloy Ruiz, his first. Scott City's second team foul of the period. Both teams with 2 team fouls. Shot clock is off as Alex Trango will check back into the Scott City lineup for Eloy Ruiz. The Ulysses Tigers with the ball down by 4, 17-13, 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. They've actually out-rebounded Scott City 6-5 here so far. Here's Mraz with it, guarded by Tarango with 18 seconds, a little stop and go. Now a nice dish underneath here, and a whistle and a foul. They're going to say 2 free throws, and that'll be a foul on Jackson Rumford. That'll be his second. And so concerning moment there for Scott City with Rumford with 2 fouls, but the penetration by Mraz created that all as Browning heads to the line where he's 73% on the year, and Ulysses trying to cut into this deficit some more. Free throw short. He'll get another one. Ulysses has the team 68% at the line. Correction, Leyva has not made a free throw this year in varsity play. I was looking at the wrong line. Rumford has to exit. Scott City immediately goes a little smaller to the lineup. And that one's short as well. Good rebound by Radke. And Scott City can go for the final shot here, up 4. 10 seconds to work first quarter at 17-13. Ruiz into the front court, goes right. He's now wrap around left corner. Here's a 3 on the way. Way strong that time for Mesa, and that's going to be the end of your first quarter as Ulysses grabbed the backside board. It was 17-7 at one point. It's now 17-13 Beavers after 1. We'll come back in a minute for the second quarter of play. This is Scott City basketball.
Is it time to update your home with the latest trends? Come on in to Giftologist in Scott City. Giftologist can help you upgrade your space and decor that spans the changing seasons. We also have a great line of today's trends in jewelry, cookware, candles, Ashley signature furniture, as well as a wide variety of Yeti products. Oh, and did I mention that we also have a great selection of gifts for kids? There's something for everyone inside Giftologist located on Main Street in downtown Scott City.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Ulysses will get the ball to begin the second quarter at 17-13. Scott City shot 38%, 6 of 16. They're led by Jackson Rumford with 7 points, but he picked up a second foul late in the first quarter, and he's on the bench. Ulysses led by Julian Mraz, who had 4 shots in a row, including 3 threes. He has 11 of their 13 points. Ulysses with the ball. Mraz with a good defense by Tarango up top, and now goes to Parker Browning. He'll be guarded by Ruiz. Now left wide open Mraz. He'll fire the 3 off to the right. Tipped in the hands by Mesa into the hands of Radke. So got Scott City with a good defensive possession. Now Ruiz loses the basketball. Scott City with it, but they pick it back up. Ruiz from Radke. Here's Mesa driving in, jump stop left corner. Can they hit this 3? The answer is no. Rebound backside. That was from Ruiz. Backside board in the hands of Mesa. Wrap around up top. Here's Radke. Finds the crease in the middle. Leaves the runner short. Trying to grab his own rebound. Still loose. Picks up by Tarango there. And another opportunity. He will roll it up, and finally Scott City gets a basket to go out of all that. 19-13, 7 minutes to go first half. Tarango with his 5th point of the night. So Scott City persistent at the glass, and they made it pay. With it now right side here Ulysses out high, driving in, weaving his way through, trying to split the defenders. Radke strips it and then had it lost, now stole it. 4th turnover on Ulysses. 6:35 to go first half. Oh, miscommunication between Bailey and Mason. Scott City, that's their first turnover of the night. They tried to go right side. Bailey was cutting in. Mason trying to throw it to Bailey. Had the right idea. Ulysses was 5 of 10 in that first quarter from the floor. And now Mraz with it out high, guarded quickly by Triangle, but he drags the pivot foot and an unforced error with 6:13 to go first half. Scott City's ball in a 19-13 lead. Beavers are doing this right now without their leading scorer, Jackson Rumford, on the bench right now with 2 fouls. Right side, here's Triangle. He'll just fire the 3 right away. Oh, he barely draws iron ball. Pinballs around and in the hands of Mraz as he's on the run. Triangle had a good look out high and transition. Here's Mraz. He'll take it all the way to the rack, dish it backside, layup good on left side by Durking, and that's his first basket, 19-15 with 5:50 to go first half, and Ulysses answers back there with their first points of the period. Scott City's lead is at 4 here. Right side, here's right corner to Tarango, zone defense, bounce pass up top to Mesa, pulls up left elbow, jumper, no, and the rebound goes to Corbin Durking for Ulysses. So Scott City's gone cold lately, and a whistle and a travel, and Ulysses with their 6th turnover. 5:32 to go second quarter. 19-15 your score. Ulysses hanging around here. Scott City with the 4-point lead. They've led by as many as 10. With it is Ruiz. Gets a screen as it goes to his left. Dribbles behind the back. Plenty of time to shoot. Now fires it between the rings here to Junior Mesa. Back to Ruiz. Ball fake. Trying to go to his left corner to Brooks Bailey. He'll drive the left baseline. Hangs, pose it up, and oh, that's going to be a charge. I don't know about that. A tough break for Scott City, and Brooks Bailey picks up the foul, his first. And Scott City with back-to-back turnovers, team foul number 1 of the quarter. And it'll be Caston Wren and Brendan Cook in for the first time. Brooks Bailey and Junior Mesa exits. So Scott City hanging on to a 4-point lead. Ulysses ball, 5:11 to go first half, 19-15. Tough break there for Scott City, but they need to find a way to score here in the second quarter. Just one basket for either side after a good start scoring. Just 2 points for both sides here in this period. Now give and go. Trying to drive in as Deerking puts up the shot. No, rebound. Avery Radke collects another board for the Beavers. The Beavers catch a bullet, or dodge a bullet there. Now Radke drives right baseline, hangs, floats one up, leaves it short. Rebound. Cook tried to keep it alive, but into the hands of Ulysses to Julian Mraz, and now the Tigers with the ball down 4.5 to go first half. With it is Mraz, guarded by Tarango, and now there'll be a timeout for Coach Matt Cox and Ulysses. It's a full, we'll take it as well. 4:26 to go second quarter. It's Scott City 19, Ulysses 15. We'll come back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Buy one iPhone 16 Pro Max and get one on Next Tech Wireless. iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by the A18 Pro chip and built for Apple Intelligence. Now available in 4 stunning finishes: black titanium, white titanium, natural titanium, and desert titanium. Which iPhone 16 Pro Max color will you choose? Stop by a location near you to take advantage of this amazing deal today. Next Tech Wireless. Connecting Kansas.
For the best Mexican food in Scott City, visit El Dos de Oros. El Dos de Oros is ready to serve you with great menu options. It's not just the food. Stop in and enjoy their great margaritas, Michelada, or those popular street tacos. And don't forget, El Dos de Oros has daily specials. They can also welcome any large or small gatherings. So put your worries away and enjoy great food and drinks from El Dos de Oros, right off Main Street in Scott City.
19-15 is your score here for Scott City over Ulysses. Both teams have only 2 points here in this second quarter. The Beavers on about a 3-minute scoring drought. 4:26 to go first half. Up top it goes to Mraz. He has 11 of their 15 points. Go left here to Aiden Alvarado. Give and go here left side. Durking lost it, but picks it back up. Now backing his way in on Cook. Almost picks up the pivot foot. Fade away. Oh, it's good and one. And he has pulled Ulysses to within 2. With 4:13 to go first half. He has all 4 of Ulysses' points in the quarter. The foul on Brendan Cook, who had pretty good defense there, but a little bit too much according to the official. And team foul number 2 on the Beavers. And Durking, who's 46% the line. Ulysses 0 of 2 tonight. And they make it a 1-point game as that one bounces in. 19-18, a 5-0 Tiger run. They're on an 11-2 run over the last 5 minutes. Scott said he needs some offense as their 10-point lead is dwindled down to 1. As Jackson Rumford back in lineup, he has it. Shakes it left side, pump fake, shot up, crawls off too strong, got his own rebound and got put back for his 9th point. 21-18 with 3:58 to go first half. So Rumford with 9 points and now 4 boards unofficially. Left side he goes to Aiden Alvarado. Guarded by Ruiz, 3:45 to go second quarter. Beavers lead by 3, 21-18. Mraz with it. Goes left side with pass to Browning. 15 to shoot. He'll drive to the foul line, almost pushes off. And now left side back up top. It goes to Browning. He'll penetrate on Radke, loses it, and that's turnover number 7. Scott City with the steal. Rumford to lead the run out. Left side here is losing it, and they're going to get a foul. And Parker Browning, a little frustrated with the call, picks up the foul, his first. Team foul number 1 of the quarter on the Tigers. With 3:26 to go first half. Scott City right now with a 3-point lead at 21-18. Inbound go to Eloy Ruelas. He'll bring it in the front court now to Jackson Rumford up top. Rumford with 2 fouls playing out there. Now right side, Radke into Rumford. Catches it immediately. Quadruple team now almost thrown away. Back to Rumford from Tarango, and he'll kiss it off the glass for his 11th point, 23-18 with 3:10 to go first half. Scott City with the last 4 to go up 5 here as we approach 3 minutes. Little pick and roll action here to Durking. And he'll flip it up. He has all 7 of Ulysses' points in the period, 23-20, with 2:54 to go first half. He flipped it up over Rumford. He'll pump fake on the 3 now. Tarango, ball fake. Still with it, left corner, Radke. 2:40 to go second quarter. Scott City with a 3-point lead in the ball, 23-20. Tarango back up top to Ruelas. He'll drive in, jump stop, kicks it right corner to Rumford. Turns down the 3, now back to Rumford, looking to drive in. Fade away, crawls off, and the rebound into the hands of Aiden Alvarado. Here comes Ulysses with the ball down 3, 2:20 to go first half. And here's a 3 for the tie. Clanks off the left that time for Mraz. Ruelas will clear the board for Scott City. 23-20, 2:13 to go first half. With it up top is Rumford. Looking for a cutter back to Ruelas. Gets a screen, steps back, fires a 3, too strong, and the rebound backside to Alvarado. So Scott City going ice cold from the floor here in this second period. Final 2 minutes of the period. Scott City led by 4 after 1. They lead by 3 right now. Ulysses has been able to cut it down to 1, and a fadeaway jumper good for Durking. He's been the hot hand, and he has all 9 of their points in the corner, and it's a 1-point game with a minute 45 to go first half. That one a shot over Rumford. It's a little 4-0 run for Ulysses. And now Scott City will get stolen away the 3rd turnover. Ulysses looking for the first lead of the night. Step through, layup, bank shot, good. Browning with his first basket. Ulysses on an 11-6 run in this quarter, go up 24-23, a first lead change with a minute 25 to go first half. Left side, Ruelas. Left corner, here's Caston Wren for a 3. Short rebound, flipped around, loose underneath. Still loose underneath, and we're going to get a tie-up, and it'll be Scott City's ball in the possession arrow. And Ulysses with a 1-point lead. Scott City ball, 1:12 to go first half. As back in is Junior Mesa, and Brooks Bailey out is Alex Tarango and Caston Wren. But Ulysses with a 24-23 lead, though, an 11-6 run in this second quarter on a 17-6 run over the last 8.5 minutes of this ball game. So they wipe some of the perspiration off the board. Minute 12 to go second quarter. So Scott City playing from behind. Nice pass into Bailey. Goes up. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled by Tice Perez, who's in there for the first time. He is a 6'2 freshman. And Bailey will head to the line for 2 free throws. That's the second team foul on Ulysses this quarter. And Brooks to the line to shoot 2. Looking for his first points of the night. Free throw for the tie. Too strong. Scott City now 2 of 3 from the line as Alex Trango will check in for Jackson Rumford, and they'll bring him out after he has 2 fouls and keep him out of foul trouble. 24-23, Ulysses up 1:10 to go second quarter. Second free throw, Bailey will tie it up for his first point, and we're tied for the first time at 24. 1:10 to go, second period of play, but Ulysses, once down 10, they got the 3 ball going late in the first quarter, primarily by Mraz, but then it was Corbin Durking who had the first 9 points of the period and kept Ulysses in the game, and they eventually took the lead on a Browning jumper in the paint. Ball deflected, and Trango split the defenders to the steal. Then it finds its way to Junior Mesa, but then he gets fouled on the run out, and that'll be the second foul on Parker Browning. Team foul number 3 on Ulysses with 49.9. Rumford will check back in, a little offense for defense. Eloy Ruiz will exit as Browning exits for Ulysses. Desma back in for the Tigers. A 49.9 to go second quarter. Fresh 35 out high to Mesa. He'll fire an open 3 for the lead back. Yes! That was from way downtown. Mesa hits the 3. 27-24. Scott City back up. 40 seconds to go first half. Scott City's 4th triple of the half. And Mesa hits his 14th of the season in a big basket. 30 seconds to go first half. About 8 to 9 seconds between game clock and shot clock. Mraz with it. He looks to penetrate. He'll drive in, try to get around Rumford. Uses up a dribble ball. Deflected bounce pass right in the hands of Bailey, and then a whistle and a foul. And Scott City stepping up on defense when they need to with 20.5 seconds to go first half. The foul will be charged to Corbin Durking. That'll be his second. So Durking and Browning each with 2 fouls. So Scott City's defense stepping up in the last couple of trips down, and they have a 3-point lead in the ball. As back in will be Browning. He will replace Ledesma with 20.5 seconds. So 2 Tigers and 1 Beaver on the floor with 2 fouls here. Late first half. Up top to Mesa. Left side to Brooks Bailey with 12. Left corner it goes to Radke. Back up top to Bailey. Ball deflected. Picked up by Tarango. Now to Mesa with 5, with 4, with 3. Ball kicked, I guess. No kick violation. And Ulysses is going to throw it away as we close the first half. I was surprised they did not stop the ball or stop the game there with a kick ball, but they let it play through, and the Beavers hang on to a 3-point lead at the break, 27-24. We'll come back in 3 minutes for your halftime show. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
More in Scott City is your full-service florist that provides custom floral arrangements and great gift ideas for anyone. Stop in and see what they offer, including jewelry, snack mixes, baby gifts, balloons, baptismals, flavored coffees, and so much more. There's more gift ideas arriving daily. Don't forget to reach out to Shell's Flowers and More for weddings, funerals, or any special occasion. Shell's Flowers and More, your go-to for flowers and gifts. On West 5th Street in Scott City, 620-872-5336.
And impressive earflex, ensuring a profitable harvest. Proudly local, yet backed by
buying a pre-owned vehicle can come with a lot of questions. At Lewis Automotive, they take out the guesswork with their certified pre-owned guarantee. Each Lewis certified vehicle is inspected by their factory-trained technicians, and they guarantee them with their 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage, rental reimbursement, roadside assistance, and more. Get peace of mind with your next pre-owned vehicle. Buy Lewis Certified. See the full Lewis Certified guarantee at buylewis.com.
You know how they say the most important thing in real estate is location, location, location. Well, location is critical to seed innovation as well. Every year, Pioneer conducts more than 17,000 on-farm trials to make sure the seed you plant has been proven to perform in your location. Pioneer, our name is our mission, and what's next happens here. Contact me, Kevin Davis, with Precision Ag and Seed at 620-874-0478 to learn more. And go Beavers!
It's time to stress less with more money in your pocket. United makes it easy for you to stay connected with family and friends and save while you're doing it with 3 months free. For a limited time, get 3 months free of mobile wireless or wireless internet service with United. Get high-speed connectivity, unlimited talk, text to data, and more money in your pocket. When you choose United, you're supporting a member-owned cooperative, proudly connecting Southwest Kansas with coverage you can trust. Visit getunited.com/radio or stop by a United store to get your 3 months free today.
Fertilizer and custom application.
If your furnace is not working, would you hire some random fixer-upper? Likely not. You'd call their heating experts at Turner Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning in Scott City. Find out how you can save on your heating and cooling bill with the Bryant Evolution system. Call Turner Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning today at 872-2954 to help you save money on heating costs. Free estimates are available. They say thank you for your business and look forward to working with you. Turner Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, South Highway 83 in Scott City, where they do whatever it takes.
Scott County Hospital is a highly trained team of motivated and compassionate professionals serving the needs of their community, offering a wide variety of services such as tubals, BioT hormone therapy, sleep disorder center, a variety of therapy services including TMJ and pelvic floor therapy. Their specialty clinic has over 20 specialists and offers state-of-the-art equipment with 3D mammography and a brand new MRI suite. All this is located close to home in Scott City. Scott County Hospital with quick scheduling and friendly hometown service. To schedule or for questions, call 620-872-5811. It's time for the Precision Ag and Seed Halftime Show. Precision Ag and Seed is a proud supporter of all Scott City activities.
At Redburn Enterprises, we're bringing you BWF.
Ulysses is hanging tough here with Scott City. In fact, they had a lead in the late second quarter, but the Beavers with the last 4 points of the half to take a 27-24 halftime lead over Ulysses here at the break. Adam Cadavy with you here from Scott Community Events Center. The Beavers leading this one by 3 at the break over a pesky Ulysses Tiger squad, and knew they would be tough coming in, and they have proved to be that here so far in this first half. Scott City is led by as many as 10 in the game, but then Ulysses got hot from the field late first and into the second quarter. They're shooting over 50% at the half, and that's primarily what's keeping them in the game. Scott City also with some foul trouble. Jackson Rumford with 2 fouls. But first half scoring, Julian Mraz had all of 11 of his points in the first quarter to lead Ulysses. He had 3 threes in a row. He had 4 shots in a row, but only took 2 shots in that second quarter. But then it was Corbin Deerking who came up big for them in the second quarter. He had 9 points in the second quarter, 9 of Ulysses' 11 points in the period. 2 in the first half for Parker Browning, 2 for Caden Ledesma. For the Tigers, they shot, we'll get to that in a little bit. They did have 9 turnovers. They had 2 steals. They also had, let's see here, 10 defensive rebounds, a couple of offensive boards, 12 rebounds. They've out-rebounded Scott City in this first half. For Scott City, Jackson Rumford, 11 in the first half, 5 for Junior Mesa. He had his first 2 free throws made of the year as well. 3 for Avery Radke. Alex Trango also added 5. Eloy Relis with 2 and 1 for Brooks Bailey. In the first half, Scott City ended up with 3 turnovers, 5 fouls total. They had a total of 7 steals. They had, let's see here, 10 total rebounds in the first half. So the rebounding margin pretty close, but Ulysses with the advantage on that here in the half. It is 27-24. Scott City with a 3-point lead over Ulysses at the break. We'll take another timeout to come back with some your first half stats as well. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Since you graduated, your college team is your life. Well, you can have an agent for life and auto and home and business insurance. Imagine that. One insurance agent for everything. It's that simple. So get a Farm Bureau agent for life. In Scott City and Dighton, call Neil Baker. In Dighton, 620-397-5345. Or in Scott City at 620-872-7226. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Built and owned by Cattlemen, Scott Pro is your partner in beef production. Doing business with people that know and understand the industry gives you the advantage in today's ultra-competitive and ever-changing marketplace. Ingredient and bulk sampling help fine-tune your feeding program and achieve production goals. Targeted supplements designed to match your exact needs are the standard at Scott Pro. Call us today at 620-872-2185 and let the professionals at Scott Pro design your custom supplement.
Access Seed Red Barn, we're committed to dialing into data for your farming success. Our corn hybrids offer exceptional drought tolerance and impressive ear cuts, ensuring a profitable harvest. Proudly local, yet backed by a national brand, we deliver top-tier seeds with a personal touch. And as always, we're here to support our community, cheering on the Beavers. Access Seed, where data meets dedication.
BBN is brought to you by Chaplain Real Estate,
5 for 2025.
State
Ring
Farm,
in 2025 by taking
Norder
advantage of
Supply
Security
Incorporated,
State Bank's 5 for
Ag
2025
Management
special.
Services,
Our 5% annual percentage yield 12-month
Bogomore
CD
Family
will help you
Farms,
start the year out strong and hit your savings goals.
White's
Visit
Food
any
Line,
of our Security State Bank branches or open
Scott
online
Community
today.
Foundation.
Offer valid through January 31st, 2025. Early withdrawals subject to penalty. Security State Bank.
BVN is
Member
brought to you
FDIC.
by
Equal housing lender.
Lone Tree Farms,
Miller Veterinary
J&R,
Clinic in Scott City loves to take care of your large or small
Next
animals
Tech
as much
Wireless,
as you love caring for them. Doctors
Pioneer
Calista Miller, Stacey
Communications,
Rogers, Ellie Minix, and staff provide quality and
S&T,
compassionate care for your pet's health. They
Scott
invite you to
County
bring your
Hospital,
animals in for checkups to keep their
Scott
health in
Co-op,
top shape. Miller Veterinary Clinic is also a
Security
full-service clinic
State
and
Bank,
offers quality care with their boarding and grooming facility. Animal health supplies and foods are also available. Miller Veterinary Clinic, South Highway 83 in Scott City, where they have compassionate care for all of God's creatures.
Not even the weatherman knows for sure what tomorrow will bring. But if there's no rain in your future, a drought can and will happen. Although a long dry spell can ruin your crops, it shouldn't ruin your life. Make sure you secure your future with multi-peril crop insurance from QBE, NAU, and Western Kansas Insurance. You and your family deserve the QBE, NAU peace of mind. See Western Kansas Insurance Services at 310 Court Street in Scott City, Kansas today for more information. NAU Country Insurance
At
Company
American
and this
Implement,
business
we
are
know
equal
that our
opportunity
farmers and
providers.
ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning.
And we welcome you
to
back here to
provide
Scott
food,
City here at
fuel, and fiber
halftime.
for the world.
27-24. The
And even
Beavers
though
hanging
time
on to a
and
3-point
technology
lead
keeps
over
us
Ulysses. The
constantly
Tigers
changing,
shot
one thing
52% in
will
that
always
first
remain the
half.
same.
10 of 18.
We
They were
promise
3 of
that
9
we'll
on
continue working
threes,
side
7
by
of
side.
9 from 2-point range, and 1 of 3 from the foul line. So they've been getting those 2-point shots to drop in that first half. Oh, I missed a couple of those in the first half unofficially. Did the Tigers. They only missed 2 of those in the second quarter, but it's hard to believe that. And that's part of the reason why they are back in this ball game here. Scott City, 10 of 29 from the floor, 34% in the first half. They were 4 of 14 on 3, 6 of 15 on 2s, and 3 of 4 from the foul line. I mentioned 50 to 30, yep. Cool, yep. So, yep, and so Scott City looking to kind of bounce back here in this. Oh, no, you're fine. Scott City trying to bounce back here in this second half, but Ulysses giving the Beavers a good fight here. Foul trouble for both teams. Jackson Rumford had 2 fouls for Scott City, and then for Ulysses, Parker Browning with 2 and Corbin Durkin with 2. Scott City will be at Colby on Friday night. That's going to be a tough battle. Last check, the Eagles were trailing Colby after the first quarter. I believe it was a 1-point game. Goodland was ahead. Colby just 2 losses this year. That's a good team. They came and won at Hugoton on Friday night last week by 1. Despite that 41-point effort by the Hugoton Eagle. Goodland actually up 15-13 after 1. Here it's 27-24 Ulysses ball as we're underway here in the third quarter. Scott City with Elo Relis, Jackson Rumford, Alex Tarango, Junior Mesa, and Avery Radke. For Ulysses, it's Parker Brown and Caden Ledesma, Corbin Durking, Julian Mraz, and Aiden Alvarado. And a layup too strong, but right there to trail is Durking for the rebound, and he follows it up. He has 11. 27-26, official timeout here with 7:32 to go. Rumford, he's okay. I don't know if he got poked in the face there, but Ulysses still just hanging around here, and Scott City needs to get a basket here to kind of settle things down here a little bit to begin this third quarter, their first trip down the court. Ulysses continuing to shoot north of 50% for the ball game. Underneath, here's Rumford. He immediately triple team. He gets it stripped, and then it's going to get a tie up and a turnover. Nope, correction. It's going to stay Scott City's end here with 7:17 to go in the third period. They'll have 20 to shoot, leading by 1, 27-26. Rumford to inbound it in. Up top to Tarango, now to Mesa. Left corner to Avery Radke into Rumford. Power dribble goes to his right. Nice cut. Stolen away, and Scott City with a turnover and a whistle and a foul. That foul will be on Junior Mesa's first. Team foul number 1 of the period. And now Ulysses with a chance to retake the lead. First team foul of the quarter on Scott City with 7:09. Ulysses looking to retake the lead. They've scored the first points of the period. Right side, it goes over to Parker Browning, guarded by Radke. Steps back. Now up top, here's Corbin Durking. Now driving left side, here's Mraz. Layup good, and Ulysses back on top, 28-27. 6:53 to go third quarter of play, our third lead change of the night. Now Tarango into Rumford, has good position, goes to his left, scores it and one. He has 13, 28-27, or 29-28, excuse me. Scott City retakes the lead pretty quickly. 6:46 to go third quarter. And that'll be team foul number 1 on Ulysses in the period. And that'll be on Aiden Alvarado, his second. Rumford to the line with 13 tonight. And make it 14. He is an 81% free throw shooter, and Scott City back on top by 2 as they apply a little pressure in the backcourt. 6:40 to go third period. Mraz to pass it across, almost stolen away. Now here's Aiden Alvarado, takes it all the way, hangs, shoots, and that's going to be, a blocking foul. And 2 free throws coming up for Alvarado. Tough break that time. Ruiz had position, but might have been moving underneath at the end. That'll be his first, already the second foul on Scott City in this quarter. Alvarado, who's a 55% free throw shooter with a chance to tie the game for the Tigers, with 6:33 to go third period. Free throw for the senior is good. It's 30-29. Ulysses 2 of 4 at the line, and they've pulled to within 1. Ruiz out, Bailey back in. Second free throw, and it is short. Rebound in the hands of Avery Radke. He collects his third board unofficially. Scott City hanging on to a 1-point lead here with the ball. 6:25 to go third quarter at 30-29. Bounce pass up top to Brooks Bailey, almost travels with it. And now here's Alex Trango floating one up. Little contact, but they let it go. And the rebound to Ulysses with a chance to take the lead back here with 6:14 to go. They've scored 5 out of the 8 points of this third quarter. We're 2 minutes in the third period. But Ulysses has been getting some high percentage shots as well. They are 2 of 3 in this third quarter from the floor. And Mraz for the lead. No. Rebound Mesa. He'll bring it across. He may take this one all the way. Oh, may have gotten away with the carry up top. Here's Radke driving in. Bounce pass to Rumford. And puts it up from point blank. He has 16, 32, 29, 5:43 to go third quarter. Here comes Ulysses back the other way with the basketball, down by 3 to Scott City. Julian Mraz with it. Bounce pass the left side to Parker Browning. Now up top here to Caden Ledesma. They're working around right side to Mraz. Mraz looking for a cutter. 15 to shoot up top to Aiden Alvarado. Alvarado guarded by Triangular and off a screen. Here's Parker Browning. 8 to shoot. Now he'll step back to his left side. And now they're working up top. Here's the one from way downtown for the tie. It's good for Caden Ledesma, and he ties it up for the second time at 32. 5:05 to go third quarter. And Ulysses ties it back up. Bailey with it, steps back, right corner to Rumford. Here's an answer back 3. No. Rebound Trango gives it back to Rumford. He'll drive in strong, puts it up. It's a foul on the floor. Before the shot, that might be on Durking. If that's the case, that'll be his third. It'd be he or Browning. I believe it's on Durking. It is on Durking, his third. With 4:47 to go third quarter, team second. So Trango got that offensive board, but didn't have the opportunity Scott City didn't, to get the shot to go. Alvarado out. Back in is Tice Perez. Lob into Rumford. Tips it up to himself. Catches it. Now power dribble. Trying to go in. Puts up the tough shot and it crawls in. He has 18. 34-32. 4:41 to go third quarter. And Scott City back up by a pair. The Tigers with the basketball as they continue to shoot the ball well here tonight. With it, Ledesma, who just tied it up moments ago, and he almost ties it again. Rebound backside to Alex Trango, and a whistle and a foul. Third team foul on the Tigers this quarter as Ledesma about got that tied up again. Tice Perez picks up foul number 2. He's a big freshman. He was their quarterback for the Tigers this year, and I tell you what, even though they struggled this year, he was a really good quarterback for them, and he's got a promising future there in that Tiger backfield. 4:18 to go third quarter. Trango up top. Now they're working the left side to Ruiz. Nice cut to try to get to Rumford. Paul poked out of bounds. 4:13 to go third quarter. 25 to shoot. Beavers up by 2. 34-32. Cannot get away from the pesky Tigers here tonight. Ruiz inbounded in. We'll throw it out high to Tarango. He'll penetrate the foul line. Bounce pass, a low pass. Rumford wasn't anticipating it, and it's going to be last touch by Scott City, their 5th turnover. With 4:10 to go here in the 3rd period. Ulysses with the ball back down to 34-32. We've had 4 lead changes and 2 ties here tonight. Scott City led early 17-7, but Ulysses got back shooting the 3 ball late in the first quarter and then took their first lead in the second at 24-23 before Scott City took a lead of 3 at the break. Halfway through this 3rd quarter with it is Ledesma to get a foul up top. That'll be team foul number 3 in the period on Scott City as Brooks Bailey picks up foul number 2. So both teams are 3 fouls in the period. 3:54 to go, almost stolen away by Tarango, and that's going to be over and back by Julian Mraz, the 10th Ulysses turnover. Ulysses is going to send Corbin Durking back in the lineup. Also back in will be Aiden Alvarado. And out will be Austin Leyva as well as Tice Perez. So Ulysses back with their starting 5, Alvarado, Mraz, Browning, Ledesma, and Durking. 3:53 to go, 3rd quarter. 34-32, Scott City up by 2 of the ball. With it is Ruelas, and somehow gets it to Rumford. Pump fakes on the 3. Looking to drive, spin move in the paint. Bounce pass to Radke underneath, puts it up, rushed a shot, but he's fouled. He'll get 2 free throws, and he has an opportunity to score points 4 and 5 of the night. That foul be on Julian Mraz, his first. That's a final foul to give in the quarter on Ulysses. So Radke with 2 free throws. Scott City tonight 3 of 4 at the line with a 2-point lead here mid-3rd. Free throw, good. 35-32. Stryker Berglund in for the first time. He's seldomly used, just as I believe his 4th game of the year. He's a 5'8 freshman at 1.7 points a game. As that'll be Julian Mraz. 2-point Scott City lead, or 3-point Scott City lead, and make it a 4-point lead as Radke, who's 79% of the year, hits them both, and Coach Brian Gentry wants a full timeout. We'll take it as well. 3:40 to go, 3rd quarter. It is Scott City 36, Ulysses 32. Back in a minute. This is Scott City basketball.
Western State Bank, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center, LLC,
Scott City is once again pleased
Spray
to be a Booster
Foaming,
Club sponsor
LLC,
for the Scott Community High
Good
School
Anesthesia
Beavers and a
and
proud
Pain
sponsor
Management
of Beaver
Services.
Sports on KSKL. We are looking forward to another exciting and spirit-filled year of sports, academics, and activities in Beaver Nation. Go Big Blue!
America is at work, from farms to construction sites to factories. Millions of people operate tractors and heavy equipment every day to help keep America strong and growing. When operating dump trucks or equipment with booms or other extensions, watch out for overhead electrical lines. Make sure there's adequate clearance because coming in contact with those lines could result in a tragedy. For more safety information, visit WECI.net and click on the Safety tab. An important safety message brought to you by Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life. Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
36-32, Scott City. That's their largest lead of the 3rd quarter at 4. 3:40 to go here in the 3rd period as we're back to action here. Ulysses with the ball out of the timeout. It'll be the senior Aiden Alvarado to trigger it in. And Scott City apply a little pressure in the backcourt, and they get it into Parker Browning. Maybe looking to trap as well. Still within the backcourt. Now uses up his dribble. Almost stolen away, but picked up by Ledesma. He uses up in the front court with 3:28 to go, 3rd period. As Coach Matt Cox giving Julian Mraz a breather. He has 13 points. Scott City led by Jackson Rumford with 18. 3:18 to go, 12 to shoot. Now Mraz heads back to the scores table for the Tigers. Ledesma, he'll launch one from way downtown. This one, no. And the rebound to Jackson Rumford with his 5th board of the night. So Scott City dodges a bullet there, and they have a chance to expand on their lead here by 4. 3 minutes to go, 3rd period. Into Rumford, power dribble, goes to his right, little hook shot, and he's got 20. Another 20-point performance for Rumford. A 6-0 run, 38-32 with 2:54 to go here in the 3rd period. Scott City applying some pressure in the backcourt. Ulysses will get it across, and they will because they'll throw it away. That'll be turnover number 11 on the Tigers. Scott City with the last 6 points of the ball game, looking to add to their lead with 2:47 to go, 3rd quarter. Out will be Stryker Berglund. 38-32 is your score. Ruiz takes in the front court to Jackson Rumford. Another 20-point game for him. Left side, here's Tarango trying to get it in. Rumford, ball deflected, picked up by Jackson. Left baseline looking for a cutter. Now finds it. Tarango, he'll drive in his floater up. No, but rebound back to Tarango. Yes, from Avery Radke. It's now 40-32. It's an 8-0 run with 2:21 to go third quarter. So Scott City gets the points back, and Tarango with 7 on the night. Now almost stolen away. Here's Durking. He'll go up and score it. He has 40-34 with 2:10 to go third quarter, and that'll end Scott City's 8-0 run. Ruiz with it out high, trying to weave his way through. Now left corner, can Radke hit a three? The answer is way he's too strong, no, and they'll say last touch by Rumford out of bounds. And it'll belong to Ulysses with 1:57 to go here in the third, as Junior Mesa to return the lineup for Brooks Bailey. Ulysses also bring back in Austin Leyva for Corbin Durking. Durking and Alvarado, the lone senior starters for the Tigers. Here with 1:57 to go third period. Ulysses with the ball down 6. Scott City had an 8-0 run moments ago before the basket by Durking, who has 4 of their 10 points here in this third quarter. And a left, that's going to be a charge, and Rumford finally takes the charge as Ledesma a little shaken up after that. Hopefully he's okay. That is his first foul, and Ulysses' team foul number 5 of the quarter. So Rumford, who's been on the kind of the tough calls of the charges all season long, finally is able to take one there, and the Beavers with the ball late third quarter up 40-34. They've scored 8 of the last 10 points of this ball game. Ruiz to take it across right to left as I see it here in the event center. Up top now to Mesa, looking for a cutter. Now they'll lob it into Rumford toward the right baseline, steps back. Minute 30 to go third quarter. And wrap around, here's Mesa up top to Ruiz. He'll launch a straightaway triple. Short rebound. Radke had it, but then lost it. Here's Ulysses back the other way with Alvarado with a little stop and go there. That was a good look from Ruiz up top, but left it short. Minute 15 to go, third period. Mraz surveying, 6-point Scott City lead, Ulysses ball. Left side to Parker Browning. Up top now to Caden Ledesma. Trying to direct traffic, final minute of this third quarter. 8 to shoot. And now Mraz with it with 6, with 5, gets a screen. Little stop and go. He'll skip it. Blocked by Rumford, right into the hands of Alex Tarango. He'll drive in, kick it right side. Here's Mesa for a 3. Air ball, but right to Ruiz. So kick it back up to Mesa, who loses it trying to drive in. He'll lay it up, can't get it. Rumford tips it up and in. He's got the rebound and the putback. 42-34 with 30 seconds to go, third quarter. Shot clock is off. And here come the Tigers back the ball. It's a 10-2 run over the last 4 minutes. Mraz pump fakes on the 3, but he travels with it up top. And Scott City will get the ball back, looking to add to their 10-2 run over the last 4 minutes here with 21.5 seconds to go, third period. 42-34 your score. Ruiz with it. He'll take it across here with 15 seconds to go. No fouls to give for Ulysses in this third period. Now into Rumford, catches it. He has a quick alley to lane, and the basket, he'll lay it up. He has 12 in the period, make that 13 in the period, 24 for the game, 44-34. And now shot is not off in time as Scott City goes out on the final 4:41 of the third quarter on a 12-2 run. They lead by 10 going to the fourth quarter. 44-34. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
All about your vision. That's what Dr. Joshua Gooden and the staff at Scott City Eye Center believe. They care about your health and are dedicated to exceptional service to give your vision the level of attention it deserves. Dr. Gooden can diagnose and treat an array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. It's easy to see that Scott City Eye Center cares for your vision. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden today at 620-872-0040. Scott City Eye Center supports all area school activities.
Nothing's better than homemade food. Well, that's what you get at Mom and Pop's Burger Stop in Scott City. What makes Mom and Pop's Burger Stop so good is they serve fresh burgers and slice up the best homemade pies in town. Don't forget they have a full salad bar along with weekly specials. You can check out their Facebook page, Mom and Pop's Burger Stop, for more information on their weekly specials. Or call 620-874-9292. Drop in for homemade food at Mom and Pop's Burger Stop, 308 West 5th Street, Scott City. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 2 and 5 to 8.
Fourth quarter about to begin as Scott City with a 12-2 run over the last 4:41 of the third quarter. They lead Ulysses 44-34. That actually matches their largest lead of the night. Jackson Rumford now with his 16th career 20-point game. He has 24 points. He had 13 in that third quarter. Ulysses led by Julian Mraz with 13. It'll be Tiger basketball to begin the fourth quarter. Scott City has started to slowly turn the knob up on the defensive end. Caden Ledesma out up top to Mraz. And Ulysses with the first possession of the fourth quarter, 20 to shoot. Now almost thrown away, and it is by Rumford. He'll lead the charge, dribbles behind the back, weaves his way, spin. Oh, he may have gotten away with a walk. Here's the right corner, Ruiz, three. Oh, too strong in the rebound into the hands of Dirking, and a whistle and a foul on Scott City with 7:35 to go. That'll be on Junior Mesa, his second. Team foul number 1 of the fourth quarter. Had a good effort, but Scott City unable to capitalize on the turnover and haven't been able to push their lead past 10 tonight. The Beavers are 4 of 5 from the line. Ulysses is 2 of 5. It's 44-34, 7:25 to go, fourth quarter. Mraz with the ball guarded by Tarango. Off his curl, left side, turning down the three is Browning. Drives in at the foul line, drives it short. Rumford getting closer and closer to another double-double. He has the board as he'll take it across right to left. Stops at the top of the key, bounce pass to Ruiz. He'll drive the left baseline. His floater hits the side of the backboard, and the rebound goes to Alvarado for Ulysses. He'll jump, stop, hang, shoot, and can't get the roll. Bounced around, and Rumford with another board. And they're going to whistle and a foul on Ulysses here with 6:58 to go. That foul will be on Aiden Alvarado, his third. Team foul number 1 of the fourth quarter on Ulysses. Run for 24 points and about 8 rebounds here tonight. Brooks Bailey in to replace Ruelas. 6:55 to go. Tarango in the front court now up top with it here. Scott City, Bailey. Ulysses in a zone defense. Oh, almost a push off there. Now with it is Tarango. 6:43 to go, 20 to shoot. Tarango gets it to Junior Mesa. Mesa with it. Back up top to Avery Radke. 44-34 Scott City. Now Radke will take a strong back, misses a runner, and leaves that a little short. And here's Ulysses back the other way. The Beavers 0 for 3 in this fourth quarter shooting. They've had some good looks, but maybe rushing their shots. Mraz, he'll travel with it up top, and Ulysses will commit turnover number 15. As Ruelas quickly back into the lineup for Radke. Scott City maybe rushing their shot a little bit at the basket there, and that's cost them maybe a few points here tonight with 6:22 to go. 10-point Scott City lead, 44-34. They've had several chances to expand on this lead in the fourth, but haven't been able to yet. Rumford with it. Uses up his dribble, back up top to Ruelas. Plenty of time to shoot, 2-3 Ulysses zone. Here's Tarango now. At high right side, finds Flasher now. That's Rumford, right corner. Mesa can't hit the three. Scott City's gone ice cold to begin this fourth quarter. Mraz lead the run out. He'll take it all the way. Shot up, and he's fouled by Rumford. And that'll be his third with 5:55 to go. Team foul number 2 of the fourth quarter on Scott City. Scott City 0 of 4 to begin this fourth quarter from the floor. Mraz at the line where he's 71%. He has 13 points, but only 2 since halftime. Scott City's not been able to expand their lead, and Mraz can't get the free throw to go. As they're now 2 of 6 at the line. Scott City is 4 of 5 tonight from the charity line. Actually, how about 6 of 7? That sounds a little better. Mraz misses them both. Tarango will get the rebounds. It kind of falls right into his lap there. So some rare couple misses there for Mraz. 5:45 to go. Neither team has scored here in this fourth quarter. It's still 44-34. Willis up top. He'll go to his left. Now back over he goes to Tarango. Tarango with it. Right corner to Mesa. Looking for a cutter. Here's Bailey. He's double teamed the block. Kicks it back out. Now up top. Tarango left side to Willis. Left baseline to Rumford. With 10 to shoot now. Here's a fadeaway. Bailey no. And the rebound into the hands of Corbin Durkin for Ulysses. Boy, Scott City cannot buy a basket here. Neither side can here in the first 3 minutes of this fourth quarter. Ulysses is on a 5-minute scoring drought. Scott City has scored 12 of the last 14 points of the game. That was all in the third quarter. Neither side has scored here in this fourth period, and that's going to be a moving screen. That's on Nick Martinez, who is reinserted into the lineup. That'll be his first. Team foul number 2 of the fourth quarter, and a call out high with 5:08 to go. And in will be Caden Ledesma for Parker Browning. 5:08 to go, 44-34, Scott City with a 10-point lead. Still no scoring in this fourth quarter. Up top with it is Tarango. Into Rumford. Now pump fake, pivots, goes up, shot is blocked, and the rebound to Durking, who held his ground there. He had a good defensive possession there on Rumford, looking for point number 26. See, 3 minutes into this fourth quarter, no change of score yet. Mraz up top, guarded by Bailey, goes to the left out high to Alvarado, 20 to shoot. Here comes Alvarado, stripped out of there, still loose, but still loose. Mesa gets the steal, and then finds Tarango, who tips it to Brooks Bailey. He'll have an uncontested layup, and finally somebody scores in this fourth quarter. 46-34, 4:26 to go. Little tap out there worked, and Scott City with a lead of 12 and a timeout for Ulysses. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here with 4:21 to go, and Scott City with their largest lead at 46-34. Basketball presented by J&R Car and Truck, HRC Feed Yards, Hey Mamie Farms, High Choice Feeders, Great Western Tire, Deckmart Furniture and Appliance, also Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services, Fro Electric, Fro Ag Service, Fro Heating and Cooling, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, First National Bank, Fairleigh Companies, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Boda Benz, DeKalb Bear, Clint's Diesel Repair, Circle C Farm, Shells Flyers, Amar Burning Farms, Beef Belt, Beavertown FFL, Bartlett Green, B&H Paving, American Implement, and also Ag Management Services. Some scores from the league tonight. Girls, Scott City girls winning 62-30. Colby girls 50-30 over Goodland. That was the final there. Hugoton girls were, last check, were in action, but didn't get that final yet for them. They lost 36-22 to Hooker, Oklahoma. Holcomb and Lakin playing tonight now out of the timeout. Here's a layup, no, but a foul. Alvarado had the line to shoot two with 4:18 to go. So good design out of the timeout by Ulysses. That foul, I believe, was on Tarango, maybe? Nope, they're going to get that on Ruiz, his third, with 4:18 to go. So he and also Jackson Rumford each with 3 fouls for Scott City. Ulysses has Aiden Alvarado with 3 and Corbin Durking with 3. Alvarado 1 of 2 at the line. Now 2 of 3, he has 2 points, 46-35. That's the first points for Ulysses in nearly 6 minutes, 4:18 to go. They are now 3 of 8 from the line. Ruelas exits. Radke back in. That free throw too strong. Tarango couldn't get the rebound. It's into the hands of Alvarado and a foul with 4:16 to go. That's on Rumford. That might be his 4th. Nope, that's going to get on Alex Tarango, his 1st. But Scott City with their 4th team foul of the period, and hustled by Alvarado to get the offensive board. And Ulysses with a crack at it here to make this a 3 to 4 point trip down the court. With it is Mraz here with 4:14 to go. Steps back, launches a 3, too strong. Rebound Alex Tarango, and there's a bump on Alvarado, his 4th, with 4:08 to go. He's picked up 2 fouls in this fourth quarter. Ulysses with their 3rd team foul of the period. Tarango's had a high rebound night. He has 7 points and 5 rebounds. Had a big rebound right there. It's so far in this fourth quarter, it's a 2-1 run for Scott City. Back in as Corbin Durking, in for the first time as a 6'3" freshman, Luis Contreras, for the Tigers. So we get to the midway mark of this fourth quarter. Right baseline, here's Brooks Bailey. He has the only points for Scott City in the period and gets it deflected. Bailey saves a bit. Mraz steps in front of the passing lane, and they're going to get a foul on Scott City. Free throws, that'll be on Radke, his first. Team foul number 5, it's a turnover and a foul. And 2 free throws coming up for the Tigers. Mraz will be back to the line for 2 free throws. Let's pause for station ID. This is Beaver Basketball.
5 KSKL Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
3:53 to go. First of 2 free throws is good for Mraz. He has his 14th point and makes it 46-36 with 3:53 to go. So Scott City commits the turnover and the foul. 3 fouls on Ulysses here in the fourth quarter. Yep, and the second free throw also good. He has 15. And it's a 9-point game, 46-37, and Ulysses is going to apply some full-court pressure. Scott City has 3 timeouts left, and the possession are in their favor. Run from the front court goes left to Eloy Ruelas. And now driving in, bounce pass deflected, and another turnover. Scott City back-to-back turnovers racing across is Ledesma, and he travels with it, and that'll be turnover number 18. .338 to go. Ulysses, all their points in the fourth quarter of the three-point line. All Scott City's points in the fourth quarter on a basket by Brooks Bailey at the 4:26 mark. Here's Tarango, right corner to Radke. 46-37 your score. It's been an ugly fourth quarter. A little jump stop and a floater in the paint for Tarango. He has 9. 48-37 with 3:21 to go. Much needed basket for Scott City to kind of calm the waters there a little bit. And back to an 11-point margin. Bailey with some defense up top here on Mraz. Goes to his right, steps back, fires a triple and buries it. He has 18. 48-40. Ulysses not going away with 3:03 to go. Mraz with his 4th 3 of the night, the first since the first quarter. Tarango drive in and he draws a foul. That'll be on Parker Browning. I believe that'll be his 3rd. Nope. They're going to get Ledesma with his 2nd, but that's the final foul to give for Ulysses with 2:58 to go. 48-40, Scott City's lead is at 8. They've led by as many as 12 in this fourth quarter. It's right now at 8. But the thing you don't want to do is let Ulysses get hot from the floor. Tarango with it goes right side. They get it entry, feed into Rumford, catches it. 24 to shoot. Now will back his way in. Pivots, flips it up, and he's got 26. 50-40 with 2:41 to go. 26 for the senior. And now Mraz will stop and pop a 3. Clanks off. Rebound loose. Scott City had 2 players fighting for it. The rebound, no. Follow-up, no. Rebound, Tarango rips it away. That was put up by Contreras, and Scott City dodges a bullet there. They have the ball up 10 with 2:20 to go. And we got a whistle and a timeout for Coach Brian Gentry. We'll take it as well. 2:17 to go, 50-40. Scott City lead at 10. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
This is Rebecca from your local Scott City's hardware store. A new year brings the new Red Hot buys. Right now, find a 20-gallon heavy-duty storage tote, $7.99. Save on selected Milwaukee power tools or LED work lights. Your choice, $179 each. Get selected electric LED decorative glass bulbs, $9.99 each. Check out these Red Hot buys and more at your Scott City's hardware store. Thank you for shopping with us, and don't forget to ask, what can we help you find today?
620-872-3508. And see if they can help you with your needs today.
Proudly supporting the Scott City Beavers on KSKL Mix 94.5 is Weathers Land and Livestock. They wish the Scott City Beavers the best of luck during the 2024-2025 season. Hard work, dedication, and persistence are the keys to success for a great season in athletics, activities, and even in the classroom. Proudly supporting the Scott City Beavers on Mix 94.5 is Weathers Land and Livestock. Good luck, Scott City Beavers, from Weathers Land and Livestock.
Big city service and quality.
50-40, Scott City with the ball out of the timeout. They're down to 2 left with 2:17 to go as they get it into Brooks Bailey. 24 to shoot. Tarango pump fakes on the now. He'll just drive in and penetrate, floats one up. Oh, that one halfway in and out. And the rebound in the hands of Corbin Durkee. Missed opportunity for Scott City to extend their lead past 10. Parker Browning with it with 2:05 to go. Now it goes to Mraz. He'll probably launch one here pretty soon. 10-point Scott City lead, 50-40, minute 55 to go. This has been at the pace of Ulysses tonight. They have made things a little ugly here, but give credit to the Tigers. Scott City has made their moves, and now a step back 3, and he hit it to Ledesma. He has 8 points, and it's a 7-point game with a minute 43 to go. 50-43, and then Mraz almost gets the steal. He'll commit the foul his second. That'll send Eloy Ruelas to line for 2 free throws with a minute 40 to go. But Ulysses will just not go away. They're kind of like that pesky fly you try to shoo away and it flies back. Ruelas to the line. This is only his 2nd trip of the year to the line. He's 0 for 2 there, trying to break that, and he does. His 3rd point of the night makes it 51-43, 140 to go. Still a 3-possession game. Whether he hits it or misses it still, and Brooks Bailey out, back in is Junior Mesa. But Ulysses has hit 2 of their last 3 threes. Second free throw rattles in. He has 4, 52-43. 100 seconds to go. Mraz with 18 with the basketball. Stripped by Trang on a steal. Lead pass down the floor. Here's Ruiz driving in. He floats it up. Rumford. Oh, he missed the deck and the rebound. Mesa will follow it, though. No problem there. 54-43 with 1:22 to go. Scott City forcing the 19th Tiger turnover of the night, but they get the points when they need it. Mesa with 7. And a timeout for Ulysses. They burn one of their final 2 timeouts with 1:14 to go. So Beavers now back up by 4 scores, 54-43. Ulysses trying to win here in Scott City for the first time since, I believe, 2017. As Ruiz tried to lob it up to Rumford for the dunk, but missed it. But right there was the trailer. Mesa with the putback in. He has 7 tonight for Scott City. Ulysses has won the glass rebounding battle tonight. The Beavers up by 11 here. Both teams were scoreless for the first 3 minutes of this fourth quarter. And Scott City's outscored Ulysses 10-9 in the final period. The Tigers have gotten their points in threes. 2 3-pointers and 3 free throws. 54-43, 1:14 to go. And Trango almost with the steal, but it went off of the official. Jerry Martin in the middle of all that. Good hustle by Trango. Ulysses down to 1 timeout, left Scott City down to 2. Mraz trying to inbound in a good defense, and the ball lobbed into play backside to Browning in the backcourt. 1:08 to go. Oh, losing his footing and almost a steal. Good hustle by Radke, hitting the deck. Loses it out of bounds. That just runs some more time off with 1:04 to go and 18 to shoot. 54-43 for Scott City. Ulysses to triggered in, or correction, it's been since 2021 since Ulysses has won here. And now with it is Ledesma. He'll fire a 3 and he'll hit another one. He has 11, 54-46. Radke almost walks with it, 50 seconds to go. Now Radke with it from Ruiz. He'll take it in the front court. And now to Jackson Rumford, back up top to Radke. When does Ulysses start fouling here? Left corner, Ruiz trying to put in a dagger. Oh, too strong, but the rebound to Alex Tarango. He'll drive and get stripped going up, and he draws the foul on Mraz with 36.9 to go. And that'll be on Mraz's 4th. And Tarango to the line to shoot 2 where he has 9. He's trying to become the second Beaver in double figures tonight. Rumford with 26 to lead all scorers. First of 2 is good. He's got the double figures. 55-46, 36.9 to go. Ulysses heads to Holcomb hosts Holcomb, on Friday night. Second free throws, Mesa's out. That one's short. Rebound, Avery Radke. Finds the clock, or now it's a steal and a turnover. Scott City getting a little too antsy there. Mraz a tough runner, no, but the rebound backside to Dierking. He'll go up and score it. 55-48 with 25 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Rumford with it. Ulysses trying to force a 10 count, and now they get the foul with 16.1 to go. That'll be on Mraz. Now that's his 4th, I beg your pardon. But 2 free throws coming up for Eloy Ruelos, who has 4 points tonight. Ulysses is just hanging tough here in this fourth quarter. Free throw good, 56-48. Second free throw pending. Too strong, rebound in the hands of Dierking. He's had a good night for Ulysses. Into the front court with 12 seconds to go, and now losing it's Tice Perez. He'll flip it behind his back, and he will, 3 airballed by Browning. Rebound Scott City, and they'll dribble this one out and come out with an 8-point victory. Wasn't pretty, but Scott City, it's a win in the end, 56-48 over Ulysses. Scott City now 7-1 on the year after the best start in the last 10 seasons. They're 3-1 in the league. Ulysses drops to 3-6 on the year. They're 1-4 in conference play. Post-game coverage to begin after this 3-minute break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Michael Trout with State Farm in Scott City. If something happened and you weren't here tomorrow, would your family be provided for? Life insurance is just the right thing to do, the way to be prepared. Stop by or give us a call at Michael Trout State Farm. We can work with you to find the best life insurance plan to fit your needs or to make sure you have enough. This isn't something to put off another day. On the field of life, be prepared. Michael Trout State Farm, Scott City.